Just now, back again doing the same thing.
Yeah, just south. Have your lunch. Thank you, sir.
All right, welcome back for the fourth game, the fifth game of the tournament between American Titans and Patriots. They won the toss and chose to bat. Gitika Kodali will be starting the proceedings from the Orlando end, bowling into the Miami end.
That's middle.
Is this better?
Scorer! Pumped.
So Sainavi Kamlapali taking strike. Gitika Kodali warming up. Had a fantastic game this morning.
Okay.
From a bowling perspective, it's a very intense game, very close game. Unfortunately, not going in Titans' favor,
Bowler's coming right
but
arm.
they seem ready
Over
for the
the
next
wicket
outing.
field. Let's play.
Starts off with a dot ball. Always a good thing as a bowler, especially in this day and age of T20s.
Come on, Ranjit bhai. Your chips is sitting good.
And welcoming the incredible Ranjit Singh to the commentary box. Another dot ball. Great start by Gitika Kodali, firing in all the intensity that she can.
Hello everyone, good afternoon from the second game. Excellent day.
That was a great ball, played really well by Sainavi. Runs to the boundary, no chance for the fielder.
That was an excellent punch after two dot balls that should relieve all the pressure that signing we had. Very confident shot.
Yep, picked up really well, as you can see in the replay. Gitika coming in for the fourth ball of the over. That's a bye.
That could have been a double.
Could have been a double, yeah. The fielders were not attacking the ball, and the batters probably assumed it would be a single. Had they paid attention, it could have been a
Right arm.
put some pressure on
Over the wicket
the
field.
bowling side.
Maybe, yeah.
Cut off by Disha.
Sahasra.
And another single by Sahasra.
It's very good and confident start by Patriots in this game. They've lost both the games with huge margins, and I'm confident that they would want to make amends in this game. They have two games back to back, this one and the next one, and they would love to start this day with a win. Sanevi got the starts in both the games but could not build up on it. But this game could be the one.
Looks like there's confusion about scoring. That may have been an extra ball bowled. So
That's the over.
Sorry, can you drop back?
So 7 in the first over. 5 to Sainavi, 1 to Sahasra, and a leg bye. In the last game, Gitika tried an interesting strategy of bowling pace and spin. I think there's been a bit of wind this morning, so that worked for a bit. Big chunk of the match. New bowler coming in.
So another excellent punch from middle of the bat.
Yeah.
Sanvi is looking really good. Once she gets set, she could be very dangerous batter.
Yep.
She's a bit scratchy in the
Definitely.
beginning, but once she gets 10-15 runs, it'll be hard to get her out, and she'll score very quickly.
Bowler from the other end is Nidhi Chuka, who's bowled a pretty reasonable spell in the last few days. That was a good ball.
Nidhi has bowled really well in all the games so far. Yesterday she bowled well. Today she bowled only 1 over in the previous game, which was surprising, considering it was a must-win game and they were in a winning position too. But here she's coming with a new ball, and so far,
Good start to the over.
excellent start. And
Well kept by the keeper. Ball straying down leg side, but well collected.
there's a strong wind towards the leg side, so with the ball swinging too, the new ball, it's not easy to bowl with the wind. It could be another wide.
Another wide down the offside.
So
It's been a pretty warm 2 days, right, Ranjit? I can see
Excellent weather. yes,
some
Ac-
fatigue setting in, but I know these girls are tough and they're gonna fight through it and put on a good match.
yeah, weather had been excellent for last 2 days, especially in the evening. It cools off really nicely. That nicely hit 6 runs,
1 for 6.
and that's Sainavi's trademark shot. As I said, once she gets going, she'll be hard to stop. Nidhi is one of the better bowlers on the side, and she comfortably was able to put it away for 6. It's just a flick, hitting with the wind. So this was some help from wind too, but still a beautiful shot.
You good?
They've got 10 runs in this over so far. Good over for the Patriots. Oh man, that's wide.
Ball ran through.
That's wide. That ran through the keeper's hand, I guess, for 4 more runs, so 5 wides. I'm sure
Yep.
the Patriots won't mind that. Quick outfield.
Good comeback by Nidhi. That was a solid ball. Sahasra not able to connect. Sahasra is an interesting prospect as well, Ranjit. I've seen her play a few times. Very impressive wicketkeeper bat.
Yes, and this ball kind of stayed low.
Yeah.
I felt it didn't bounce as much as the previous one caught her by surprise.
Yeah. It's another wide.
That could have been
That could have been punished.
put away
yeah.
for 4 or 6
That could have been
with
punished,
nobody on the
yeah.
leg side.
Yeah. You know, I've seen Sahasra in a match take on some fairly senior USA cricket bowlers and punish them. So I know she's capable to take on.
Talk about operations.
We have Arvind
As
Arvind Ganeshan here, who's talk about that briefly. Let's talk about this
or
beautiful boundary.
yep, fantastic shot there.
Sanavi is taking things on. Was it Sanvi or was
No,
it
Sahasra.
Sahasra.
Sahasra
Sahasra is
taking
getting
on.
groove along with Sanvi. If these two girls get going, it could be, you know, totally different game. So talking about the operations team, so we have Ramesh Imadi and Arvind Ganeshan standing right behind us. Both have been working really hard for last 2 days. Arvind have been here. He's the first one to come on the field and last one to leave, taking care of most of the chores, most of the heavy lifting, supported by Ramesh Imadi.
Ranjit, I think you may be under this misconception that they are here. I think they're here to keep an eye on
Change it,
you,
bowler.
to make sure you don't go off the rails. Ramesh and Arvind are old volunteers of the cricket community, have done incredible things, but they have to keep an eye on you.
Ramesh did not like Rajiv telling him old. He's
Ramesh
taken
is
offense
a veteran, but he's a young guy at heart. How about that?
with that.
Coming up with the spin option. Matt Desai, he's been exceptional this entire tournament. Just an impressive talent to watch. Bowling, batting, fielding, truly three-dimensional player.
Talking about the operations team, the management have been excellent. They've had drinks, food, lunch, dinner, everything.
That goes aerial, but lands in no person land. But the batters sneak in a single.
And Arvind had left the operations team from the front. And Suresh, who is the ground owner here, has been outstanding in getting the fields ready. Since we have early start every day, the crew comes in early. They mop the field, get things set up. So a lot of hard work is going before the game, after the game, and in between the innings to just keep things running.
It's good over so far by Mahek.
That has
Gone
popped up in the air.
aerial. And it's
almost.
taken, almost a stumble, but taken by Sanvi Imadi.
Tough luck for Sainavi Kampalapalli. She was looking good.
Yep. Sanvi has been an incredible talent over the years to watch, and how she's grown her game. Unfortunately gets a top edge, and Mahek Desai. Mahek has been impressive, Ranjit, this entire tournament. I've seen Geetu go to her every time she's needed some kind of a break,
Yeah.
an economical over a wicket, and Mahek has been able to deliver. So
Yeah,
very,
she's
very
core part of the
impressive.
team. I think she has bowled pretty much four overs by a top order every game.
Yeah.
So she's core part of the plans.
Yep, no,
And she's
definitely.
delivered.
Yep.
She's delivered with every time.
And I believe the next batter in is Pooja Ganesh.
Two. PG, two. Two to go.
That's leg. Bowlers coming right.
From last
arm,
2 games,
over
I feel
wicket
Patriots
keeper.
don't have a deep batting lineup. So I believe Pooja Ganesh here have to bat long at least 10 overs.
And Mahek
She does.
Desai bowls an unbelievable ball and gets the wicket of Pooja Ganesh, who is such a talented bat. Breaks through her defense. Fantastic ball by Mahek Desai.
I probably jinxed the batter. Ramesh is standing.
Ranjit is being recommended by the fellow folks in the commentary box to not highlight any players because they seem to be losing their wickets every time he says anything good about them. So, Ranjit, are you going to follow through?
This was an excellent delivery.
Hat-trick ball from Mehak Desai. You can see Gitika is trying to set a field, hoping that she can sneak in, get a probably hat-trick. Taranum Chopra, captain of the Patriots, is in now. Again, Taranum has been in the USA cricket system for a while. Incredible talent from the DC area. Mehak is on a hat-trick. I believe there was a hat-trick opportunity this morning as well in the first game. Yeah. Asya Bandaru had that opportunity as well. So let's see if Mehak can get the hat-trick, which is a really special feeling for any bowler. Taranum guides it down to the deep square leg and gets a double.
Going back to last wicket, Rajiv, I feel Pooja was a little bit unlucky for that ball. She just came in, she was trying to settle in, and that ball just turned in on her on the top of the bails for the leg. So she was caught by surprise. She batted really well in the last two games, and she's one of the more experienced, more senior batters. Her presence would have really helped the team. Now Taranum Chopra, who is the captain of the team, has a significant task on her hands to build up an inning. I think 150 is something which team have to look for in this game, because Titans also have a deep batting lineup. And
right, so the incoming bowler is Suhani Thadani from the Bay Area. It's been again part of the USA cricket setup for a few years. Opens up, unfortunately it's a wide, straight down the offside.
Come Sue.
so as per the bonus point rules, one wicket is one bonus point, 2 wickets 2 bonus points. So the two wickets on the fielding team, 2 bonus points just for that over
During the power play. So that gave a little bit of a push to the Titans, getting those 2 critical wickets in the power play. Now we have the 4th over coming. Suhani bowled.
Got it, Sue.
The first ball was wide, second is a dot, bowling to Sahasra.
nicely struck. That should go away for 4. There's nobody covering the deep, so as soon as the ball passes the 30 yards, you can be assured of 4 runs. Shastra has been looking really good today. She has scored some good innings in last few years, so if she can get going, she could be a pillar in this inning for the Patriots team. Shastra is from Atlanta.
See the drone view, fantastic coverage here by the video crew. See the incredible drone view where the field has been changed a little bit for Sahasra, who has hit some incredible shots on the leg side. So when he comes back after the boundary with the single, or with the dot rather.
Come Sue.
Excellent media coverage in this tournament.
Fantastic. It's been incredible to see some of the live coverage. Unfortunately, for some technical reasons, people are only seeing the live feed on a delayed.
So it's not a technical reason, it's more of an sanctioning requirement where we could not do the live streaming.
I was trying to be politically correct. You called me out. Thank you.
Middle, please.
There was a half a chance there.
Middle,
The ball left of
Thank you.
Suhani. And Sani makes a slight change again for Taranum Chopra, who she's played with quite a few times, so knows a little bit about her game. That's a dot ball.
Bowling Sue.
5 balls done, last ball of the over.
How balls to go?
The wind seems to have slowed down a little bit,
Got
Ranjit.
it, Sue. Got
Yes.
it, Sue.
Early this morning there was plenty of wind helping the bowlers. That's why we had a pace and a spin strategy that Gitika had adopted in the first game.
Wait, no, 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 no.
The wind has been on and off. There was a good delivery.
Yep.
Fielded nicely by Gitika in the point. And again, I think in the batting power play, the field setup is really important. It's very important that bowlers bowl to the field because there are field restrictions of how many can
Ranjit,
be
do you
on
want to
the
talk
boundary.
about the power play rules, which are also slightly different for this tournament, right? 4
Yeah,
overs.
so we have the first 4 overs in the beginning are set as batting power play, where the two fielders can be outside the 30 yards. After that, the batting team can choose any 2 overs during their inning as the batting power play. If they don't choose it, then the final 2 overs basically become
Yeah.
the batting power play.
Which is what we saw Ritu do in the last game, and then basically took the game away from the Titans in those 2 power play
Yes.
overs, right? So
And I
it's a
believe
good
they
call.
didn't plan to take power play, so it just got stuck. And then final 2 overs,
Yeah.
but that was good because that helped them finish the game.
Meg Desai in. Starts off with a little aerial. You can see Mitali Das overseeing the proceedings. So slight field change for Meg Desai. Stop there. A little bit of hesitation, but they complete the run comfortably.
Little faster. Come ahead, come ahead. Am I what over here?
And should race away for 4. It was
So
short on the leg side, and they had a fielder in the deep mid-on area, but
Ball, 3 fielders.
this
too
was
much to cover
Is this
ground.
too
too
there.
much to cover.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's a great attempt by
3
Sunny.
fielders, huh? Yeah.
No, no, no. Come on, please finish.
Okay. Yeah.
For operation.
3 balls.
We are international.
Right. Meg Desai comes in.
Nicely played. Very nicely played. I like how
Very smart
Brett came down straight.
Sasragola is definitely a talent to watch out for. Very
She has
impressive.
looked very good today,
Yeah.
and I think now she's
Also,
settled.
also a keeper. So
Yes.
hopefully we see her keep as well in the second innings of the game.
Yeah.
Meg flighting the ball.
Stay on.
It's stopped there by Sanvi Madi. You can see on our screens the parents have created their own pavilion, the trunks of their cars, to deal with the incredible heat that we are seeing here.
Yeah.
Disha attacks the ball,
Watch out.
but the batters complete a single.
That's the over.
I'm going to transition my commentary to Mr. Amir Afzaluddin, who is here.
That was a good over by Mehak.
Water next over.
And now looks like Suwani is coming back for another over.
Good afternoon, Rajiv Bhai. Beautiful day here at the OCG.
Amir bhai, tell us about all these talents that you have that we've only been now exposed to in the last few months. In addition to being a former player, a selector,
Come
a
soon,
passionate
come
cricket
soon.
lover, we've also found that you have a knack for animation. So we saw a lot of those fun animation videos that you created.
Um, well, you know, it's a. Oh,
Bowling soon.
play and a miss. No, thank you, Rajiv Bhai. That's just a coincidence because the group we work with, they're all very animated people. So I had no choice but to, sort of like convert my energy into videos. The animation inspiration comes from all the meetings we've had in AWCSG. So, but I hope you like the animations. So he comes in to bowl.
Fielding the
Ball goes
D.
straight to point. Some decent fielding. What do you think about this tournament? And how does it? What are the kids saying, or the cricketers saying? Are they enjoying this?
I'm glad you corrected yourself. That you're not calling them kids
Yes,
anymore and
exactly.
cricketers, because I know we've been corrected a few times over the course of this these few days. No, I think this is such an incredible initiative, and I think credit to everyone involved. I mean, by you leading the charge, Ranjit Singh, the other folks that we were mentioning earlier, Ramesh, Arvind, Coach Siva, a bunch of people, well-intentioned, well-meaning people that were doing things a little bit in their own groups and have finally come together for the better of the USA cricket women community. So I think this is incredible, and it will only grow from here. Obviously we'll have a few learnings as every new thing does, but this really has been an incredible start. I know we've had a few misses, a few folks that couldn't make it, couldn't get here because of some challenges, but at the same time, this has been such an incredible thing for USA cricket, especially the women.
Yep.
Building off of the momentum that we've had in the last 5 years with everything that's been done by people before us.
Go. Keep running.
Slash through point for a couple. Sahasra is looking good, with good intent. She's going after the bowling.
Sorry, I slowed.
We like this, we're trying to, I'm going to go into the bonus points as well with you in a bit, but we're trying to sort of like have intent-based cricket where they get to practice the intent in a tournament like this. But yeah, going back to the committee, and we'll actually go right after this ball over here. Nice
Very well
pickup.
picked up.
That's a 6.
That's a 6.
Over
Very well
square
picked
leg.
up.
Beautiful pickup by Sahasra. Yes, coming back to the committee, I just want to name the committee here, and I'm so sorry to the audience if I, take a little long, but it's we've got a great team, from the operations side, Mr. Arvind Ajiana is what I call him. He's leading the team. Ably supported by Mitali, Chaudhry Didi, and Ramesh Imadi sir. Then we also have, Ajay Bhai, who's also one of the founding members of this committee, because, I had many chats with him. And we have Manage, who's Mr. John, the man, the manager, the marvelous Mr. John Aaron. We have a support in GKNA, which is Mr. Ganesh, the aka James Bond, the photographer. We've got Shivana right here, who's doing the tough and the very impressive job of bonus points. But guess what? He doesn't get any bonus points for the bonus points, right? It's all hard work. Then we have, Ranjit Bhai in his new army look over there. I don't know if you see the mustaches, like he's.
I don't know if you've heard the rumor. He's auditioning for Durandar 3.
Oh, really?
He's gonna
Is he?
help. He's gonna help with the Israel-Iran
Yep.
war.
Oh,
He's the word
wow.
on the street with that new look.
Okay. That's right. But I thought the Rahman decades and all the decades were done. Right now, I'm just I'm joking. Before I forget, we've got Ashoka now, who also runs and manages the New York facility, the New York Ovals. So thank you to him. We've got Rajat Dingra Saab, who's been very, very helpful in the tournament. He's part of our committee as well. And then, of course, last but not the least, the man of the moment, the person who has done all the hard work at this beautiful OCG field, Mr. Suresh Vallabneni. So I'm grateful. I hope I didn't miss anybody. So, but we're very grateful to the team. And of course, Rajiv Bhai, you and the parents and the cricketers themselves, you know, like this can't be possible without you. So we really appreciate it. Thank you so much for your love and your support.
Yeah, it truly takes a village, right, to pull off something of this magnitude. So yeah, it's incredible what's been done, and we've got, you know, as I'm sure people that are watching the feed will see, a lot of the sponsors have been displayed. A lot of people have stepped up. A lot of academies have stepped up, and really.
Yep, they have. You know, like everyone stepped out.
Yeah. We'll do a shout out for the sponsors here once Sanvi gets through her over.
There we go. Really well played. Sahasra looks in good touch.
Yep.
He's timing the ball really well now.
So our bronze sponsor is the South Central Women's Cricket Association. If I know my story right, I think they've been around for a very long time and have been doing a bunch of great things for women cricket. I think they host the May Long tournament. Have been for many years, yeah. But they had this weekend, yeah. For the silver, we have Tiger Advisory, which has supported us. And that's a single, decent over.
That's the
You know, 6
over.
runs off of that. Pulling back the. And then we have MCC Non-Ferrous Trading as our gold sponsor. So yeah, incredible support by the sponsors as well, which, you know, clearly do it for all the good reasons, which is to support women's cricket. And then we have yeah, the San Ramon Grizzlies have also sponsored at a bronze level, so appreciate them. Minor league team on the West Coast, and I know Ramesh Imadi is involved with them. Helped organize some of that sponsorship.
All right, we see Geethika is coming back into the attack. Sahasra going really well, ably supported by Tarunam, the captain. The match is at a very interesting juncture, and we're hoping the teams use the bonus points feature as much as possible. The extra cover for a single. That brings Taranum Chopra on strike.
Geethika making some adjustments on the field. For Taranum, again, Geethika and Taranum had played for many years together.
Oh.
Thought I heard a nick. I'm not sure if there was
I did hear something as well.
Yeah.
Yep. And then yep, you know, like we do have a stump mic, right? Just
Yep.
confirming. So Rajiv, what do you think, you know, like the batters should look at now? You know, they're settled, you know, they 65 for 2, you know, like a healthy run rate of 8.67 at the moment. Do they take another power play and press on? Do they wait? You know, what do you think the apt strategy would be for the batting side at the moment?
Yeah, they. I think they've had a good start. They've lost 2 quick wickets, but I think they've stabilized the innings a little bit. Sahasra is looking pretty good. Taranum seems well settled. They have some decent batting to come. I think they should wait a few overs, would be my opinion, and not rush into the power play.
Nicely nicely directed delivery, well played by Taranum. The point fielders have been very busy today.
Yeah.
Bowling it. Abar ball saya.
And what do you think about the field? You know, and how's
This is incredible. I had a chance to connect with Suresh Valamaneni yesterday, and I've heard about this place. I've seen videos of it, but it truly is an incredible ground.
lovely, well played.
Yeah. Kritika has protection at
Down to
boundary,
long
so
off.
that's a single.
Come get.
And what about the wicket? This is this fifth game being played on the
Wicket
on
has
this
been
wicket,
incredible. Yeah.
right?
I think that yesterday there was a little dew in the morning, but I think maybe in the first 2 overs of the first game there was the odd low bounce. But since then, the wicket has just acted really well, and we have to thank Ravi Teki, who's curated this ground. As he,
Absolutely.
I chatted with him yesterday, and he said this is his baby, as he rightly should say, because certainly a very proud moment to have a ground of this caliber in the
He's put in
US.
a lot of time
Yeah.
and effort. You know, in March 2024, my first trip for a women's camp.
Yep.
You know, he was the chief curator, the pitch doctor, as we call him. He's done a fabulous job. The wicket looks beautiful, right?
Yeah. I've been harassing him for about a year now that we need something like this in the Bay Area, and he's told me find me a ground and I'll do it. So Sanvi coming back.
1-1.
I really like how Sahasra is going about her game.
Yeah.
She's playing a lot in the, like in the V, trying to take as many singles as possible, in the long on, long off regions.
Yeah, but I mentioned earlier, I saw Sahasra play about a year and a half ago at a Bay Area tournament, and it was incredible how she was able to face up to some of the senior bowlers, and right there I knew that this was someone who was willing to stand up and not be overwhelmed by the caliber of bowlers she was facing.
Good running by the batting team.
Yeah, that should have been a single, but they ran that really well and made it a double. It's good intent, right? They're not just happy with the singles.
Well bowled.
Sanvi has been fantastic. She's bowled really well.
She's bowled really well throughout. We've seen Sanvi for the last couple of years, very consistent with, and she lands the balls consistently in the right areas.
Keep going, keep going.
Tisha makes a
10 for
hustle,
2, but
collects
Disha
it.
comes around.
Yeah,
Gets
an
the ball.
incredible fielder, Tisha Dhingra from the New Jersey area.
So what's a day like for a parent traveling when you don't commentate?
I'm not going to disclose where I work, but
Yeah.
I'm officially working. My laptop was on yesterday as I was in the parents' dugout.
Just so you know, if anyone
to keep up.
from the office is watching the broadcast, I'm actually talking to Mr. Rajiv Rajani with a R and not a T.
I was fortunate enough to take a few hours off and watch the game, and I certainly enjoy good cricket. And fortunately, today is a Saturday, and we're able to relax and enjoy the games.
That is correct. Yeah, no, we're only talking about your part-time gig, which you're missing today. But going back to the cricket, what do you think the message is from the coach and the captain, for these two Oh, well, the captain's right in the middle, right?
I think the coach is probably going to press them to go a little bit harder, push for more. I think they've gotten 6-7 runs and over. I think he's going to ask them to push and don't have to take a lot of risks, but push for 8-9 runs and over to try and keep the pressure. They have a decent run rate of 8.15.
Right arm over, 6 to go.
Sasha Wallabaneni coming into ball.
Keep running. Not going.
Got two crucial wickets in the last game, but unfortunately starts off with the boundary.
Yep. Well, I just heard Mr. John Aaron's about to throw a party tonight. You know, congratulations, Mr. John Aaron, on a wonderful performance. But there's one more game remaining.
Come, Sasha.
Yeah, one more game.
John has been, again, an incredible part of USA Cricket. Women's team has managed a few tours and he's done really well, and all the girls look up to him, are scared of him.
I don't think they're scared. You know, like he is one of the nicest people. Yeah. Actually, I was actually thinking about this. Mr. Manage, which I found, call him with love, the manager, the marvelous Mr. John Aaron. I think he has been around U.S. cricket ever since the Statue of Liberty has been around in the U.S. And not.
Are you saying when France sent over the Statue of Liberty, John came in that same package?
Yes. Remember the Brits used to play cricket in America back then. Yes.
He was holding a. He was holding a flame. He was holding a different flame.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. That was a cricket bat. So so Manage took the cricket bat and put a torch in there. But jokes aside, he's been a wonderful supporter of cricket, women's cricket, and cricket in general. Thank you, Mr. John Aaron, aka Manage. We love you.
Bro.
Wide down the leg side, and the batters camperel for a 1. There's an easy 2, and oof, could have been close in the end, but they managed to get 2 runs nevertheless, plus the wide. Well done. Right. Sasha coming into bowl. Nicely played on the onside.
Very well picked up and steal a single. Taranum and Sahasra are dominating this side of the innings, and Gitika is trying to think what she can bring in now to break this partnership, which has consolidated quite a bit. That's a single.
And props to the cricketers, like this is their 5th game in a row, putting in the effort.
Extreme heat, and some of them rolled off the flight late on Thursday night, and we're here early morning to begin the proceedings. So yeah, a lot of character shown by all of these women.
Absolutely. The partnership's now gone to 55 runs by these 2 batters. Pretty impressive.
Steps down the wicket, goes aerial.
Oh, yeah.
And the chance has been spilled by Mehak Desai, who generally is so good on the field. But unfortunately that ball has been spilled. Look at that replay.
So I think that shot confirms, the intent by the coach right after the break.
Yep.
So we probably know where things are going from here.
Yeah.
We're
87 in 10.
Nicely
Great
poised.
first 10 overs for the Patriots.
Absolutely. Can we? Do we have a third mic so we can bring you in and talk about the bonus points a little bit?
So, coach the coaching crew came up with a very impressive bonus points rule, and I think we're just gonna get a quick update on it. Coach Siva is putting some of that material together for us because clearly on my right is Coach Siva writing away very furiously, giving us the rules, and on my left is John Aaron, who's taking care of some other cricketing stuff. So yeah, he's
Manager's actually looking at the grocery list the missus sent out, which he has to go get on Monday evening.
I mean, let's not give our respective spouses that idea. We may have a list waiting for us when we go back.
Well, in regards to the spouses, you know, like there's a connection between my name and, you know.
I think you're hellbent on revealing all my secrets today is what I feel like. Coach Siva convinced me to come and do commentary because he said it would be fun. I didn't realize I was
You've
gonna
got the
be
nice voice and poise and stuff, but you know, it's only fitting that we sort of like share our camaraderie. But if Bhavi's listening, Bhavi, you know, Rajiv Bhai, fun older brother, and he told me the story of how, you know, your name and my name is kind of similar in his phone books, which, you know, like I'm very scared of because I don't know what I should expect when he's on a long trip, you know, in regards to messages and stuff when he misses you. All right, going back to cricket, my apologies. You know, like right after the break, it's 87 for 2 after 10 overs. Taranum and Sahasra going well. We're in for some exciting cricket. Let's see how the batters approach this game and what the bowling team has in store in regards to the next 10 overs. Rajiv Bhai, please do the honors. You know, this is the bonus points and where teams stand at the moment. Freedom Flyers.
So as they stand right now, Freedom Flyers have 30 points from the wins and bonus points of 90, so the total is 120. The Titans have 10 points from their wins and 53 bonus points, so they are at 63. And the Patriots have 0 from their wins, 19 bonus, and so they are at 19 points. So very unique formula that's been set up and being tried out, but certainly it's got everyone excited. Anjana Morella coming in to bowl. Young budding leg spinner from the Bay Area again. Has been fortunate to have been watch her play quite a bit because she's from the Bay Area and likes to dominate the bowling proceedings with her accurate leg spin.
Down the ground for a single again.
Disha collects it cleanly.
I must say, you know, if I'm struggling, this is probably my first time commentating on a Swedish platform. Well bowled.
That's a really good ball and good adjustment by Taranum there. Mix it up.
Shot down the ground.
Straight down to Disha.
Watch.
That's it down. Cleanly picked up by Sohani. Sent back to the bowler's end. Since the batters are trying to threaten for a second run. Anjana to Taranum. That's a single. That's a good first over for
That's the
Anjana.
over.
Very good first over. Kept things tight and decent. So we've had 350s so far in the tournament. I know Sahasra is closing in on a 50. So the 350s, of course, were by CRP, Ritu Singh, and Sasha Walavneni. We can't wait for more of our cricketers, you know, to hit their 50s. Maybe 100 today would be exciting.
That would be exciting.
And a
yeah.
5-wicket haul for the bowlers as well. You know, like I don't want to be biased towards the batters.
Yeah.
You know, for glory.
There's been a few 50s off the field as well. I mean, a few 50-year-olds
Yeah, that's
around
true.
here
Yeah.
trying to keep up with the energy of
Yeah.
the game.
Yeah, I think with the, especially in regards to the AWCSG group, I think they're all 50s. I'm closing in on them. Yeah.
So that's
Down
one
the leg
down.
side while we wait. Okay, is it off the bat? No signal by the
No
umpire.
signal by the umpire,
Okay,
so
so
it's
that's
off
off
the
the bat for 4 runs.
Yeah, deflected. Nidhi Chuka. Gitika brings Nidhi in to try and see if she can break the partnership. So essentially, I mean, what you're saying is there's almost 500 years of collective experience helping drive AWCSG, right?
Yeah, 500 years minus the 25. Yes, you're right. So 500 years of experience. And it's a great team. Oh, that's close.
That's out,
and
and
that's been given out
that's been given out.
against
Anjana
the run
Morella
of play.
throws the ball in, and well picked up by Nidhi, who then strikes
Beautiful
the ball out.
throw, right? You know, right in the, into the hands of the bowler. Yep.
And Anjana.
Great job by Anjana. Nice pickup. Throw. Right. Ooh. Yep.
Looked really close on the replay.
All right. This should give us a better angle.
Just clear calls. I think you should be. We took one. No, you guys took two. She got out on the second. Okay.
Good clean collection by Nidhi.
Good decision by the
Yeah.
umpire.
I'm on a new bat.
Tough luck for Sahasra. She was going really well.
Yep.
43 of
Just went out.
31 at a healthy strike rate of 138. Well done.
Yeah.
That is a beautiful shot straight down the ground.
Come Nidhi, come Nidhi.
Tarannum.
Got it Nidhi, got it Nidhi.
A beautiful boundary, the 99th boundary by Tarannum Chopra straight down the ground. That's a healthy number of boundaries. And how many sixes have we had so far in the tournament?
It's up in the air. Taken.
Lovely catch by Geetika Kodali. Tarannum Chopra trying to get things going
No.
right after a beautiful shot straight down the wicket. Full toss. Try to put it away.
This has been a very effective over. Gitika's strategy plays off. Nidhi provides not one, two breakthroughs. So we have Yashaditi coming in for Sahasra, and new batter coming in, and Hasini coming in. So two lefties in now. So we have some stats here that are being shared with us. So Ritu leads with the maximum number of runs. with the bat, 99 runs. Mehak with 8 wickets as the leader on the bowling side. And on the fielding side, it is CRP,
No, I am.
also known as Chetna Reddy Pagdiala
I just keep it.
from the Southern California region.
Yeah. Umpire left. Come Nidhi.
So Rajiv, what do you
Flag,
think
flag,
what
right?
a par score is?
I think the pace at which they are going, they have to be looking at 170, 180. I think this ground is as we've seen, is a high-scoring ground. But it really depends. I think
That's it.
Right,
Orange.
and a run a ball from here gives them
Yeah.
the 170 mark. You know, like I'm
yeah,
sure you know they've
Bowling
got
Nidhi.
a plan. You know, to go.
That's
To
plenty of batting to
yes,
come.
plenty
as
of
well,
batting. I
yeah.
think they should probably target like around the 180, 185 mark, and you
Yeah.
know, and see if they can land around the 170 mark.
There's a shout,
Oh,
and
and give
Nidhi
it.
has provided another wicket.
Another big throw. I
So
thought
Captain Gitika's strategy of bringing Nidhi in has worked out, and unfortunately, Hasani has been given LBW. 2 wickets and a run out in that over. It was
a pretty
an
fabulous
exciting
over.
over for
The
the
Titans.
Titans, who recognize that the run rate is inching up and they have to put the brakes, and
Absolutely.
Nidhi has provided that.
I looked a little.
How many overs have done? 12. Make 12. Yes. Yeah, he was. I mean, I think it clipped the upper half.
Hasni
Not too high
Karthikeyan
from,
gone.
from where I was standing. How many overs? 12. 12.
So yeah, you know,
I
like
think it was
a little unlucky there for the batter. You know, looked a little high.
I thought it was somewhere close, yeah.
I don't know.
Ramesh sir scoring, you are taking picture.
So Amir bhai, I have a
We have some
question.
we have
Yeah.
some fans around the the commentary area, the boxes. You know, like how do you feel with
That's the legs, Tom.
autographs after the game?
That's the middle.
Thank you very much.
The bowler's coming right arm.
But yeah,
over the
Rajiv,
wicket.
you know, walk me through that LBW. I'm so sorry we got distracted
Yeah.
here. So it looked a little.
It looked
high,
close. It
yes.
looked close, but you know we have to
Yes.
defer to the umpires. They
Umpire,
have the
yes.
best view, and they have to make that decision in that split second. Anjana coming back at a good first over. Yashaditi off the mark. Then Yashaditi from the Bay Area, daughter of Ravi Teki, incredible curator of this ground. Yash has actually played here multiple times and knows this ground really well.
Right arm over.
Has been again playing cricket for a really, really long time. We
Yep.
have the ground curator Ravi Teki here coming to check on the two commentators.
No ball.
Full toss.
That's
A
been
no ball
called a no
called.
ball. Yashaditi on strike, has the power
That's
to
fine.
clear, so let's see.
Rajiv, the game looks a lot different than it was about an hour ago.
Yeah.
You know, that exciting and eventful over by Niti Chukka.
Yep.
And, Anjana coming into bowl to Yash. It's a free hit.
Bowls a short ball, gets bowled, but obviously it's a no ball. It was a free hit, so a good attempt by Yash, but unable to convert that.
You got it, come on. Yes, Anj. Right here, Titans. Let's go, you got it, Anj. Come on. Your wicket, come on.
It's been called a no ball again because of the double bounce. Umpire.
Pata.
Yay! Keep it up.
Mr. Amir has to leave, so I'm taking over
Got it on.
the commentary for next few minutes until he's back. The game is in a very exciting phase. They were doing really good few overs back, but they've lost a couple of quick wickets. But I feel the Patriots are still in a good shape. They're 106, and this is good.
Well done, Isu.
I think it's 4 runs on the boundary, but there's good effort by the fielder. Patriots are at 110. They should be getting 160 easily from this point with number of overs left.
Good, really good attempt. Really good attempt there by Isani.
When I started this inning, and another misfield,
It's a misfield.
giving another run for Patriots. I like the comeback that Patriots have made in this game. I mean, they lost 2 important wickets at the start. They lost Sainoy Kampabelli and Pooja Ganesh, who are 2 of their strongest batter. But then after that, Shastra Gorla and the captain Tarun Chopra built up a strong partnership, and the team is doing in a very healthy stage at this point. If they continue playing the way they are playing, I think they should set up a very competitive target that they could.
It was a good over there for the Patriots. They picked up quite a few runs with those extras they got. The new batter in is Kartiki Tia Chaudhary, daughter of Mitali Das. Again, an exciting talent to watch out for. Bowling all-rounder, also a good fielder. We've seen her do some incredible things in various tournaments. Comes from Houston. Again, we see good representation of cricket from across the country. It's what we like to see and hear. At the end of 13 overs, they are 112 for 5 at a run rate of 8.62.
Thank you.
With 7 overs to go. Ranjit, what do you think is the strategy here for the Patriots?
Attack, get as many runs as you can get. They've lost 5 wickets, so they're a little bit low, a little bit more wickets than what I would have wanted. But if they keep going at 8 runs an over from this point, 160 is definitely on the cards.
Gitika trusting Nidhi after that incredible 3-wicket over that she had that changed the game. So Nidhi is back for her 3rd over. A tad too expensive, but certainly picked up some critical wickets and broke that partnership in that run out. There's an appeal, and the umpire declines it, but they have taken a leg by. So Nidhi certainly seems more confident now with that over behind her where she picked up those crucial wickets. So is trying to put pressure on the Patriots, who certainly have, good run rate, so they're looking to accelerate that. That's been the message from the coach.
Bowling Nidhi.
Coach Chita from the DC area is the coach for the Patriots. Again, someone who's been in our system for a long time. Has coached quite a few of these girls across all the 3 different teams in multiple tournaments, so knows quite a few players here really well. Good dot ball. You can see the energy on the Titans is a little different, Ranjit, than a few overs ago. You see them a little spring in their step.
Yes.
With those wickets that they were able to take, so hoping they can keep that pressure on.
Yes, most of the top scorers that they've had in the team are basically out. So if I'm in the Titans team, I'll try to get as many dots as I can. And let's say if I keep something like 4 to 5 runs and over, they could hold the team back at 140 or below. That would be an excellent end for the inning for that. But if I'm Patriots team, I'm definitely shooting for 160 from this point.
Strays down the leg, but that's a fantastic collect by the keeper.
You got it, Nidhi.
The number of wides bowled in this tournament has been a little bit concerned for the level of tournament. I think we've had 15 plus wides, I think on average every game. That's something which Eagles can definitely improve upon. And there's another one. Nidhi has bowled well, but
Come Nidhi.
she has stayed a few extras.
Got it, Nidhi.
Got it, spell. Nidhi. But overall, she has bowled some very strong deliveries. She's a good bowler, strong arm, and very good release point.
Bowling. Well done, Nidhi.
Yashaditi was hoping that was a wide, but unfortunately, umpire declines any conversation about that. And so that's the over. And
Wides, she only gave 4 runs. So this is still a very good over.
4 run over there by Nidhi, who had a first over that was incredibly expensive, but she has come back really strong. Tia Chaudhary 7 from 6, Yashaditi 3 from 8, and Gitika goes back to her trusted Mehak Desai to try and see if she can create some magic as well on the other end.
Wicket here, Mahak.
Change your ball in, right arm over the wicket.
Yes, Mac has been the core part of the bowling lineup for Titans for all the games in this tournament. She has been her go-to bowler in every game.
Wait.
It's a good ball,
Lovely, Mahak, lovely.
dot ball. Captain Gitika would like that. Any and all dots are welcome this stage of the game
Like that, Mahak.
in the 15th over.
Yeah, come back.
A little bit of a fumble there, and the ball runs away to the boundary.
There was not a bad delivery at all. It was,
Yeah,
it was
very well
very
picked up by Tia,
very
but
good delivery.
You got it, come, Mahak. You got it, Mahak.
Put away. He also has the most wickets in the tournament. She has 8 wickets. Disha and Jivana have 7 wickets each.
Way to work, Mahak. Got it, Mahak. Come, Mahak.
this is the second game for the Titans on the day, so you can see a little bit of energy. That's really well picked up by Yashaditi. Being chased by Sanvi. Restricts it to a single.
Way to work, Mahak. Keep it up.
Mehak coming in for her 5th ball. Swipes it down. Isani makes a run for it, but unfortunately not in her zone to be able to stop it.
And once again, if you watch Tia's batting, she's shown liking for the square leg area. She hit a boundary there, Renton was there, but the bowler still did not put a filter there, and then she ended up giving another boundary there. For spin bowlers, when you're bowling short, now they have put a filter there.
Mehak now asking for that field change. Looks like they heard you, Ranjit, and they've asked for a field change. And again, hits it down there, but there's protection there, so they'll still take a couple of runs. Not the economical over Captain Gitika was expecting. The score now at 128 for 5 in 15
Good
overs.
and good over for the Patriots team. They got 12 runs in this over, and that puts them on target for a big score. And they're 128 for 5 overs to go. The run rate currently is at 8.53. If they bat at this rate, they'll make 165, 166 runs. They can push it to 9 runs an over. It could be 180 from this point. Of course, they don't have big hitters lined up, but you don't need to hit big shots to make runs. Here you can easily, the ground is beautiful, ball is traveling. We saw 2 boundaries in the last over. So 10 runs, a 10
Yeah,
run
we
over
have to
from
take it now
this
because we're
point
already at 15.
would
So
be
we have
great
to take
news
it.
for the Patriots team. The batters have decided to take
Yeah,
the
we did.
batting power play.
We did. Yo.
So, as per the rules, the first 4 overs are the batting power play, and then 2 overs are chosen by the batting side. And this is the time that the batting side has chosen. Both the batters are kind of in a momentum now. They have scored some runs. And
They were under pressure a few overs ago, but they've certainly taken the pressure off and been able to score. So, incoming bowler is Suhani Tadani, bowling to Yashaditi. They played with each other for many years on the same team. Good friends off the field, but healthy competitors on the field. And
I would have waited a couple of overs more before taking the batting power play.
Yes, sir.
But I feel like Yashaditi has not been in the flow. She could take 1 or 2 overs more, get set, and then once she was fully set, then launch. Left-right combination that's out there also is troubling the bowlers. But let's see how many runs we can get in this batting power play. It's wide.
Fortunately wide, down the leg.
Got it, Sue.
Both the players outside the 30 are on the leg side.
We've seen that's where Kartiki likes to play.
But not on the square leg. There's a player in the cow corner area. In the ground area.
And
This could be a 2. Yes,
oh,
Kartiki took the start.
Disha collects it really well, but throws it to the keeper's end.
Oh.
There was a shout to throw it at the bowler's end. That could have been close, but
From this point, had it thrown both to the bowlers, and this would have been very interesting. Tia was quick. She wanted the strike back.
Tia is a very athletic player. Picks it up, goes aerial, and that is gone for a 6.
Tia has put this.
Tia has picked it up, clearly with a goal in mind to accelerate and take on Suhani.
When she came back running for the second run, she clearly had the intent of going after the bowler, and here she did, bowled perfectly in the slot.
Come, Sue.
And knowing that the batter's scoring area is on the leg side, I'm surprised that they're not attacking outside the off-stump line.
The bails fall off, so they are.
Wind has just got stronger, as you can see. Another one on the leg side. Luckily, it went straight to the fielder. Had beaten the fielder by 2 yards or so, it would have been 4 runs. Tia has a great liking for the leg side, and that makes him feel like the field setup and the bowling plan is.
Look at the aerial view of this beautiful ground. Thanks to our friend Suresh Vallabhaneni and Prashant Kodali, who have made this thing happen. Invested in this a few years ago, worked with Ravi Teki, and have created what is an incredible ground. White called by the umpire. Slightly outside off. Again, you're getting a beautiful aerial view of this ground. You see the video camera crew there, the parents' cars, volunteers' cars, and the teams in the dugout. Again, hard to describe how amazing this place is. Goes aerial again, and this time it's a 4. They had protection on the leg side, but Tia decides to take on the offside.
So straight over the bowler's head.
Yeah.
And I'm still not sure if this is right strategy in the batting power play.
It's another wide. You can see the bowlers under pressure, trying to stop the flow of runs. Expensive over so far. Goes aerial again and goes to the boundary, and that is an expensive over. Not what Captain Gitika wanted.
No. It's Yash. It's long on deep mid.
I'll try to get you.
This is not poor bowling, I would say. This is just poor strategy of where the fielder should be. To me, in the batting power play, having 2 players on the leg side for a fast bowler was a bad idea. You know, I would have put one straight at least, and had the strategy to bowl on the offside and let the bowler drag the ball from off the leg. So, more than anything else, I think the batter was smart to capitalize the
Yes.
Wait, I want to.
the fielding strategy.
Stu, go out, please. I'm part-time rider.
Bowler's coming right arm round the wicket.
Sanvi Imadi comes to bowl the second over of the batting power play. The Patriots are 148 for 5. They have 4 more overs to go.
He takes a single,
It
gets
should be-
Kartia Chaudhary on strike, who is in good touch and has been able to score a little bit freely, maximizing the power play.
We have had 18 wides and 2 no balls in 16 overs so far.
Right arm
That's
over the
the
wicket.
slot
Theo.
in the inning.
Lovely.
Good first 2 balls by Sanvi, not giving Tia any room to play. Again, a good ball there by Sanvi.
I like what they have, the field placement they have in this setup. They have a deep square leg and they have a long on. And the kind of bowling Sanvi has, here it is,
Gone up.
gone up towards deep square leg area.
Yeah.
They take a steal, a double.
It was good running.
It was up in the air. Anjana gave it a chase,
Good son.
but was not anywhere close to it. Again, Tia is very quick on her feet, so she's able to hustle and make those runs count.
Good son.
That's a dot ball. Very important dot ball in this phase of the innings, Ranjit.
Yeah.
Goes aerial again, and an incredible attempt by Disha Dhingra, but just falls a little short on it.
That was a tough chance.
Very tough chance, but Disha almost made it happen. So that was a good second power play over, and getting some interesting looks from Coach Sindhu Sriharsha on our commentating abilities.
After seeing
Come
Rajiv and me do commentary, there's a line of people who want to do commentary. I think
Either
it's
we're
not
that good or that bad. I don't know which one of the two.
I think it's that bad.
Gitika comes into ball.
That has
Tia
gone
takes her
up
on.
in
It's
the
gone
air.
up in the air and lands in no person's land. And good pick up by Disha.
The ball was in the air for a very long time.
Both Disha and Swani gave it a chase, but it really landed in between them.
Sometimes it is just your day. Even in the last over, the ball that was hit between the deep square leg fielder and the, it was right in the middle of two fielders. So nicely hit, very nicely hit.
Good shot there by Yashaditi. But they'll have to settle for a single because Gitika has protection at the boundary.
Tia Chaudhary is 38 from 22 balls.
Very impressive 38. No doubt. Let's put them back on the front foot. Run rate almost 9 runs an over. Goes aerial again and gets lucky again. Ball landing in no person's land.
I think that ball was in the air for long enough to get under the ball and catch it.
I think the fielder is a little bit wider of the straight boundary, so that's why it took them time to get to. And it didn't travel all the way, right? So it was a bit of ground that had to be covered.
Beautiful shot. Beautiful shot by Yashaditi. She's finding some good momentum.
Yashaditi deciding to crack loose. Again, has played at this ground multiple times, knows this field really well, knows the pitch really well.
They're doing a blood pressure check for both the commentators. I believe they think that we are stressed or something. But
It's a white ball called by the umpire. Unfortunately. Getting a beautiful aerial view of this fantastic ground. Also used for some of the minor league games for the Orlando Galaxy. Very good pickup there by Yashaditi.
that was
And
nice.
the ball has been spilled onto the boundary. That is an additional 4 runs.
That's a geet.
Yashaditi has found some very good form in this over. She has struck back to back. The scorer is telling me she's finding good fielders or the field to hit to. But I feel like her connection has
This
been
goes up in the
impeccable.
air.
This one again, the
And
ball was in air for a very long time.
I think could have
Fielder
been converted into a catch, but 167 for 5 in 18 overs.
He's top 4.
Yashaditi and Tia Chaudhary have really consolidated this innings.
So the highest team score in tournament I think is 174
Coming back, I'm
or
around
something.
for the lefty.
This could be opportunity for Titans. Sorry, for
Patriots.
the Patriots team to break that record and score the highest team score of the tournament.
Nidhi, Anjana, can you guys switch, please?
2 overs to go.
And once again, what a comeback after losing 2 early important wickets. The team has kept scoring. They have not put the brakes. Where they are right now.
Sanvi coming in. Bowls a really good first ball.
Easy.
That goes for a single.
We could get to 180 easily from this point. We had 166. We have 12 balls to go.
Right arm over.
11 balls to go now. Sanvi coming in, bowling her 4th over. and gets the crucial wicket of Tia Chaudhary, who tries to swipe the ball down to the leg, knowing that there is no protection by the fielding side on the leg. So she tried to hit it down the leg and gets bowled.
So there is a protection actually in the deep square leg, but I think that's her favorite shot.
Favorite shot, yeah.
At this point, you want to go to your strength. So she did try to go to strength. The ball stayed a little bit low.
I think there was some talk about blood pressure being checked in the commentary box. I think we should do it again for one of our scorers, Mr. Sivakumar, as his daughter walks in to face the last 10 balls of the innings. Oh, his blood pressure was high already before she walked in. Now it's reduced a bit, is what he's saying. Okay. Simi walking in, incredible talent from the San Diego community. Again, a good all-rounder. Good bowler, good batter, good fielder.
Right arm over.
Sanvi creating that break. That was crucial. Simi steps down, shows her intent, takes a single. Sanvi has been very economical this match and the entire series. Again, an incredible talent who's been part of the USA circuit for a while now.
I was surprised that last game, which was an important game for the team, she only bowled 2 overs.
Yashudati steps down and is able to sneak a single.
Yeah, she's got grit.
With 4 wickets in hand, Patriots will not be putting any breaks.
On strike, Yashudati, who has decided to crack loose to steps down to Disha. Disha takes it very comfortably.
That was
Safe pair of hands on the boundary. Disha, trusted by every team she plays to be a boundary rider. And
that was an excellent strike, I think.
Yeah.
Even though it went straight to the fielder, hitting against the wind.
yeah,
But middle of the bat, well struck and good catch by Disha on the boundary.
that's essentially what is needed this time of the inning. So Simi playing her part, doing what needs to be done, which is to score some runs. And unfortunately, finds the fielder.
Walking to bat, finding the middle of the bat, hitting almost a 6. It was amazing.
After this is the last one.
She steps
Yeah.
out.
No, they were
Wait,
saying
is that
last over for the past 6 times.
No, this after this is the last one.
Dania is walking in
Tanya, do you bat left? Okay, I'm coming around.
to face the last 7 balls of the innings with Yashuditi, who has decided to crack loose but has not been able to get on strike as much in the last few balls. So Dania
Right
coming
arm
in,
round
2
the wicket here.
lefties. I believe Gitika might bowl the last over. I think she has 1 more to go. So Gitika is saving herself for the last over. We'll see what it goes up in the air, and the keeper catches it. That
That's the over.
unfortunately is the end of Dania, but again doing exactly what her coach and her captain want, which is score some runs.
That was a good diving catch. The keeper covered a lot of distance.
Yep.
She put in the dive and perfected her dive
Yep.
under the ball and hold on to it.
And 168 for 8. That was a very effective over by Sanvi Imadi.
Can I have?
So it looks like the third umpire has called a penalty for over 8, so they can only have 1 less fielder outside. In walks, I think, is Varshita Jambula. From the Bay Area again. Interesting prospect, interesting talent. Gitika has taken the ball as predicted, both wanting to ball the last over. Ranjit, 2 wickets in hand. Do you think they get to your score of 180 in the last over, or?
As long as Yashuditi get most of the strike, I still have hopes that she'll help the team cross over that line.
Yeah. Yashuditi on strike, Varshita Jambula off on the runner's end.
And Vachita is a good batter to have seen her bat.
Varshita, yes, yeah,
so
definitely.
she can strike.
Gitika coming in, bowling the first ball. Off the last over, Yashuditi tries to sneak it past, but Gitika stops it. A little cheer in the commentary box with a dot ball. And Gitika takes the crucial wicket of Yashuditi. This has been an incredible comeback by the Titans in the last few overs. I don't think the Patriots were ready with the last batter, thinking that the innings would be ended, but we have the last batter scrambling to get batted up.
Come on, you need to find
Patriots have lost wickets in bunches.
Crucial
They had
moments.
lost 2 wickets in their long partnership. In the last 2 wickets, their long partnership. They lost 3 more wickets. The batters were not ready. Last two batters were not ready, and there has been a delay.
Aditi Praveen Kumar, who was getting ready for her bowling, has now been padded up and walks in to face the last 4 balls of the inning.
Ramesh was making a polite inquiry with the other umpire, with the third umpire. But what happens? The third umpire guided that if the fielding team had appealed, the batter would have been timed out.
Aditi Praveen Kumar, left arm pacer, can throw a bat around a little bit. We've seen her do that in some tournaments, so let's see what she can do up against the experienced Gitika Kodali. And the ball races past.
That that was an unique plot. You know, last number 11 batter on the crease, the time to score a single, and you bowl a wide on the leg side. 5 free runs, yes. I think the umpire forgot to show wide
Yeah, I hit my glove.
of the bat.
So it looks like it was off the bat, not a wide. Aditi Praveen Kumar gets a nick in, and another dot ball there by Gitika. Well done. 4 balls up, 2 balls to go. This has been a good pullback by the Titans, but it is going to be a monumental chase for them.
Yes, 172 is very good score. Defendable.
Well collected by the keeper. Dot ball again.
Rajiv, I think batters should have been focusing on using the pace of the bowler, edging, taking singles and double stop, trying to
Maybe
try
they'll
to
do it
score.
on the last ball. Right?
Yes. Because 6 singles in this over would have been a take. That was good. That again went
A
through
rare
finger's hand
fumble
of
by
four.
Disha Dingra, and the ball runs away to the boundary to end in a very expensive last over, unfortunately. And the Patriots have remained not out at the end of 20 overs.
4 valuable runs, 178 runs. The team that was at the bottom of the table and before this game have scored the most run in this tournament by any team.
Right, we are going to take a break, and if you don't get booted out, we might be back. But if you're booted out, you might have a new set of commentators.
Most likely we will be. But if you don't see us when you come back,
Yeah.
thank you for listening. Next time I go there, Mitali sitting here. Where is the sportsmanship?
We need to appeal, sir. This is sportsmanship, sir. Appeal to what? Time.
Timed out.
Time out.
So the batters, like last batter, should have been timed out.
I was about to.
Yeah.
I was.
90 seconds.
If they had appeal, I was giving up. 205. I was about to say, okay, I'm going to sit
180
down.
seconds.
Appeal.
He's upset because he lost 8 runs. backward. Not turn backward again.
Your total is here. No, see, Ali.
If you want, will you hold my hand? Yeah. Okay. Middle? Thank you.
It's left arm over.
Come AP! Come AP! Let's go AP! Let's go AP! Get a good start here!
We have Palak Chavan at the other end. She had an excellent outing in the first game. And Disha starts off with the boundary. Excellent way to start the inning. First ball on the leg side, she puts it away for four runs.
Bro, I'm gonna kill her. One
To
of these
chase
days,
down
I'm gonna kill her.
177 runs. to chase down 177 runs, we need a lot of
Come AP!
boundaries.
Let's keep it
And
outside,
this was
AP!
one of the many to come.
IP! IP!
Disha is showing intent and positivity from ball one.
All you
Disha
AP,
started
all
well
you
in the
AP,
first
you got
three
it, you
games.
got
She got the
it.
starts, but then she could not build upon it. This is the last game, and
Same
she
ball,
would be
same
looking
ball.
forward
Keep
to
going,
score
keep going.
at least a 50 in this one. Excellent strike. Maybe just one run.
Well done,
They have-
well done.
they have protection in the long off region.
Good AP, good AP.
They have two deep fielders, one in the cow corner and one in the long off. Long off fielder now comes in the 30 yards, and the deep square leg goes back.
Right, Palak on strike. Aditi Praveen Kumar bowling a fourth ball. An exciting prospect.
Good PG.
Aditi
Nice AP, nice AP. Straight to the
has
shooter, well
played a
done.
couple of the USA Cricket U19 games. Dependable opening bowler.
So every dot that Patriots built in their inning, they're going to put more and more pressure on the Titans team. If I were I was captain of the Titans team, I would just focus on getting as many dots as I can. That was beautifully
Palak takes
struck,
it.
6 runs on the legs, flicked away for 6. Poor
Come AP,
delivery
come AP.
against the field setup. There's no coverage, there's no deep
got it,
fielder
you
on
got
the
it.
leg side, and this ball was asking to be hit. So
That
11
Yeah,
runs
Palak
all
was
in
very
the over.
impressive in the last game. Ranjit did really well. Took on the pace. So that's a good start to the Titans. Palak looks really confident, very impressive in the last game earlier this morning, and again off to a good start here. To Aditi Praveen Kumar, arguably a very exciting left-arm talent. Beautiful ball and really well played. Collected at the boundary.
And there was immediate change in the field, as you see, as soon as the six was struck.
12 runs in the first over, off to a good start. Now,
the Titans have had an excellent start of their inning. They've got 12 runs in the first over. They need about 8.5 runs an over. At this point, they can get 60 runs in the first six, around 50-60 runs in the first six. They would, without losing a wicket or maybe a loss of 1 wicket. I think this could be a chase that they can track it down. But if the Patriots can pick up a few wickets in the batting power play, the pressure will be back on the Titans team. Sahasra Gurla is keeping for the first time in this tournament.
Did really well earlier this morning, right, in the batting proceedings.
Excellent time with the bat.
And a very exciting prospect. Varshita Jambula coming into bowl in, again has been part of the USA setup for a while now. Again, a very impressive bowling all-rounder. Comes into bowl.
There was an awesome delivery.
And that could have been a single, but the batters decided not to risk it. So Varshita's bowling off to a good start.
The scorer is being distractful here. And that's a wide. That is a wide.
Wide call by the umpire. I think if Patriots have to put pressure on Titans, they have to get some tight overs. Titans have to ensure that they can keep the bowlers on the back foot. So
that
Palak goes up and
that
has
popped up and
comfortably been taken by Sahasra.
That was an excellent catch by the keeper. The catch was right over the stumps, and keeper did not lose her side of the ball, kept her focus on, and what a way to pick up a wicket. Palak, who was in outstanding form, she had a 6 in the previous over. She was looking good, has gone, and the first wicket has fallen for the Titans team.
In comes Mehak Desai. He's had an incredible tournament. He's been in the runs, in the wickets.
We have Sindhu, who is here, who will be taking over the commentary responsibilities from me. As I mentioned, we might be going away, and it's time. So
Looks like Ranjit is being booted out again. He seems to be a popular.
Bowler's coming right arm over the wicket.
Welcome to Sindhu Sriharsha. I always call her captain, but she reminds me now she's a coach. So coach captain Sindhu Sriharsha in the commentary box. I think she's here to keep an eye on the strategy because she's got an important game coming up after this.
And
she
also
wants
trying to keep check on all of the other commentators and
keep check on all
the scorers, and also the
administrators.
person who's actually doing the bonus points here.
Sindhu's team on top. Sindhu, a question that was being discussed here a few minutes ago was, what have you been feeding your team? What's the reason for their success? Is it the breakfast at the hotel?
Just positive thoughts. That's what I've been.
Thoughts, got it.
Well, I mean, try and keep. It's a good ball.
And
It's a great shot there.
they take a double there. So good over by Varshita so far.
been a great tournament so far. I think girls have really brought into the whole bonus point system here. I can see every team sitting down there and trying to calculate just another game left here. So everyone trying to make the most of the last couple of games here and get as many points as possible.
Right ball.
White called by the umpire. To get an aerial view of this beautiful ground, really an incredible sight to have something like this in just outside of Orlando.
It's a lovely shot.
Good shot there by Mehak Desai. The two New Jersey girls in the middle there, wanting to make a point, wanting to make a statement, wanting to end this tournament on a high note for the Titans. Disha and Mehak. We played together quite a bit in the local leagues there in New Jersey.
Do you want to call?
That'll come handy. Sorry, Sindhu, go ahead.
Do want to call out? Looking at the field, they have a long on and a fine leg, and bowled one on the offside, the last ball. Definitely need to rethink the tactics here and understand which side of the ball, which side of the ground do you want to bowl. It's been pretty interesting to see that nobody is actually used behind the stumps.
I know that's a region you love playing in, Sindhu, and that's a region our famous journalist of the American cricket, Peter Della Penna, likes to point out to everyone that can listen and hear that people need to play a little bit behind the stumps to score some runs when the front is packed.
Yeah, and I have been seeing that most of the bowlers would like to have that one fielder behind just for protection, and the ball hasn't actually gone there, and then you're wasting a fielder there. End of 2 overs is 22 for 1. Going at a good run right here.
I think Aditi is coming back. Aditi Praveen Kumar looks like is back for her second over. Titans off to a decent start, 22 for 1 in 2 overs. Disha on strike. And Disha punishes that down the leg. There was no chance there for anyone to stop that.
Rank short ball and put it away. Hard to set a field for that.
It's tough to set a field for Disha, period. But if you are going to stray down the leg, there is no hope. So you have to keep it to bowl to your field. I'm seeing some adjustments on the field now.
It's almost chasing the ball right now. Field changes. Is it justified to change that field, or was it just a bad ball? Was it an execution?
So wide called by the umpire.
Come AP, come AP, reset, girl, reset.
Yeah, any good cricketer will tell you never set a field for a bad ball. You always set a field for a good ball.
Yeah.
Come AP, come AP.
So you've got to put faith and trust in your bowlers and expect them to bowl the good ball.
Sometimes you just have to reflect that the execution was bad, then just move on to the next ball and try and keep bowling your best ball. Like you.
Again, a little short. Disha picks it up really well. The ball races down to the boundary. Collected outside the boundary by the incredible Ranjit Singh. Single-handed pick-up and throw there by Ranjit. Now we know where all that talent comes from for Ritu.
With his non-dominant hand too.
Sindhu, I don't know if you're aware, Ranjit is auditioning for Dhurandhar 3 with his new look. The story is going to be based on the Iran-Israel war, and he's going to be taking on from He's going to be the new Ranveer Singh.
Come AP, come AP.
White there.
Let's go, girl, let's go.
Aditi is usually very dependable, but I think it's struggling there a little bit. I know the wind's been playing a little havoc here and creating some challenges.
Come AP, you got it, you got it.
The change of end seems to have worked for Aditi
Good
here,
AP, good AP, much better, much better.
going around now. That's one way to handle the breeze here, to go around the wicket.
Yep.
Come AP, come AP.
Sindhu, how tempted do you get to pad up and go on to play, or is that temptation gone now?
The temptation is gone. I definitely enjoying putting my leg up and supporting this team here. It's been great to see such great talent come here, right? I think
Come AP, come
the
AP,
average
let's go,
age
girl,
in this
let's go.
tournament is probably 18, 19, and we've seen some great talents here. So I definitely do not feel pressurized to be on the field. I'm happy where I am and supporting these girls and such fearless cricket that we have seen here. This is new generation of cricketers.
And has some protection there. And unfortunately, the ball, a bit of a misfield, and the ball runs away to the boundary. Sindhu, I know you were asked this earlier. I'd love to hear this again for the benefit of our folks listening in. What's harder, being a player or being a coach?
Remember your line, remember your line, let's go AP.
That's a great question. I've always said I think it's easier to play. It's just because you have more in control. You can control what you can do on the field. That's a better
Good
ball there.
AP. Much better, much better.
But as a coach, once you let the players get onto the field, there's nothing much you can do. You can just sit down and make notes and show your frustration outside, but not be on the field to make those changes. But it's been great, and I think I've enjoyed myself being here, talking to the girls and seeing how much they want to continue to improve and make that impact. It's been great being here just 2 days. Hopefully we can make this a longer tournament as we kind of think about the next few years here.
And also potentially doing this for some of the U19 folks as well. Not every U19 probable has been able to make it because of the type of tournament, but maybe a similar version of this can be held for the U19
Yeah.
crew as well.
In fact, I would love to see us not just coming for 2.5 days, right? We should be able to come in for a week, provide time for these teams with their coaches to build that relationship.
Beautiful shot there by Mehak, but there is a fielder at the boundary, and that's a single.
Varshita continuing here.
Right arm over to you.
It's the last over of power play, the mandatory power play.
Nice shot, beautiful punch there by Disha Dhingra. Disha's being a little patient in this match, which is good to see, which is her strong point.
This is a much thought out field here. They have two protections straight off the wicket, long off and long on, and bowling straight onto the wicket. This is definitely a better field.
Little shot, Mehak tries to go for it, doesn't connect as well, but is still able to get a couple of runs.
This was still a good ball. I mean, you want the batters to take these kind of risks, and this is when you will find them making more mistakes. And I think there was still a win for Varshita, so she needs to keep up bowling, keep it up on the stumps. know that you have the backup of your fielders.
Washita bowling a good line and length, restricting them to a single, which given the asking rate is not a bad thing.
Yeah, singles are not going to make it for the Titans team here, so as Patriots, you're thinking about trying to keep them to singles and doubles here. Great over so far. She needs to finish this strong here. I've been talking to a lot of these bowlers here and trying to tell them how important it is to also bowl in partnerships. Finish strong the last ball. That's a great finish. So now you've set up the bowler, so set up for the next bowler to come in and bowl with a lot more confidence with two dot balls in the previous over. So that's a great finish and strong finish by Washita there.
Captain.
Patriots have now brought the team back into the team here.
End of the power play. Umpire makes the signal. The new bowler coming in. It looks like Tia Chaudhary, but I'm not sure. We'll wait for the scorers to confirm. Tia Chaudhary comes in to bowl. Had a good outing with the bat. Scored some valuable runs for her team. But let's see what she's able to do with the ball. Bowling to Mahak Desai.
Out of power play, and rightly so. They have 4 out. Deep mid wicket, deep covers, long off and long on.
Straight down. Good start to her campaign. Good pick up by Mahak for a single.
That's it, T. That's it, T. Good start, girl. Good start.
How much have you enjoyed watching the past couple of days here?
It's always been fun watching the games. I would have liked a slightly different outcome for the Titans, but that aside, it's been enjoyable. You know, I was just commenting, and I'm hoping with this game and the next game, I was commenting earlier that we've not had any close games down to the wire, so I'd love to see either this one or the next one going down to the wire to make it a little bit more exciting.
Yes, for sure. The fielders are definitely feeling the heat now, the last couple of days on the field. It's about 87 degrees, but definitely feels like 100 plus. Drive down to the long off for a single here. What Patriots need to think about is just building on the dot balls. Put that current.
Yeah, put the pressure.
Put the pressure
keep the
back.
pressure on them. Yeah. Single doubles is not going to help.
Yeah.
Titans, they need some high scoring overs. So the last over and a half has been pretty good for the Patriots.
Get that required run rate in double digits. Make it 10 and 11 and over, and add the pressure on the batters.
Well done, well
That
done,
was there to
Varsity.
be hit. Missed by Mahak. Titans will love that dot ball there.
Come Tia, all you girl, all you.
White ball by Tia. Mahak tried to connect it. Could have easily gone to the boundary, but was not able to, but will pick up the extra run and the extra ball. We have a multiple camera setup here, as you can see. We have a drone, we have a few cameras, so it's a fantastic camera crew that has put this together.
Good try, Tara, good try.
Easy single there.
Good tee, good tee. Winnable, Tia, winnable, Tia. Keep going, keep going.
These two building a good partnership here. Patriots definitely need to break this partnership if they want to pull this game a little bit more.
Gives it in the zone for Disha. She loves the offside and punishes that ball for a boundary.
It's turning out to be a good over there, Rajiv, except for the last ball.
Yep.
Yeah, 50 up.
Who's going, who's going?
50 up.
The only Titan that's celebrating the 50 here is Ramesh Imadi. He's cheering very hard, but is getting no reaction from the Titans. Ramesh has been advocating that cheering also gets bonus points, but he's been shot down by the committee. Arvind has not been entertaining any of those discussions.
No nonsense.
We definitely need an overseeing committee here to oversee the operations committee and the scoring committee here.
51 and 5. That's a decent start for a high-scoring chase that's coming up. Looks like the captain has decided to bring herself in.
Right arm.
Taranam Chopra. Tara, she's called by her teammates.
Right ball.
White by the umpire. Keeper is Sahasra Gola. The Patriots have two keepers, Pooja Ganesh and Sahasra Gola. Sahasra keeping this innings. Mahek picks it up. Will only get a single.
Pooja Ganesh, sorry, is fielding in the deep covers here.
Well picked up by Disha again. Really strong on her offside. Picks that ball up from the zone, and that runs away to the boundary. And the coach wanting to make some changes to the field.
Well ahead of their run rate here. Titans doing really well here to keep
Short
the pressure
ball.
on.
Disha not able to pick it up. Will get a single. It's been a good over so far for the Titans.
115 tournament fours. Definitely has been
Well,
good.
a fair amount of sixes as well,
Yeah.
and very clean hits.
What has been lovely to see is that that fearless cricket and going in with an intent wanting to score runs every ball, which has been missing in the past few years, but definitely the girls have started to understand the intent, wanting to go out there and making an impact and understanding that it could be short 20-30 runs, and that's the impact that you want to make for your team. Taranum bringing it back really nice here. 3 dot balls to end the over.
7 runs in that over, which is not so bad. And the asking rate is over 8 runs and over.
58 for 1 and 6.
Come T, come T.
Tia coming back for her second over.
Wait. Good, Tara.
So dot ball.
Bowling T, bowling. Way to work, T. Way
We
to
all
work,
love
T. Keep
dot
going,
balls
keep
there.
going.
And there is a bonus point for every 10 dot balls.
It's very clear that Sindhu has done her homework on the bonus point system.
Of course.
That's why her team is leading with almost over 100 points. And the next team is half of that, so clearly somebody has done her homework.
I mean, I do want to rightly point out that
Come Tia.
we haven't as a team talked about how many points we want to get. We just have talked about how to keep playing simple cricket, and eventually those bonus points will come if you're playing with intent. Great effort there by Yash.
Nice, yes.
They steal a double there. Good fielding there at the boundary.
Keep it up, T, keep it up.
If anything, I think we should have had bonus points for 6 too. Sixes. Number of sixes in the.
And a bit of a mix-up,
Oh,
and umpire not interested.
Call louder.
that was not cleanly picked up.
They're not
by
interested. There was a bit of a mix-up, but Mahek able to cover ground. A good pick-up and throw there by Varshita,
Bowling Tia.
but Mahek in safely. White ball.
If Tia had picked it up,
That was very, very
That
close.
was very close.
Extremely
Come
close,
Tia!
as you saw in the replay. Again, excellent camera work there.
You got it, T. Let's go, girl, let's go.
Yeah, special thanks to SC Tech and Productions, who've been the camera crew for this tournament and have done a bunch of other tournaments here in this region, and are definitely considered number one, which I don't think anyone that's associated with this tournament will argue because
Stop, Varshi, good stop.
of the incredible
Bowling Tia, bowling.
setup that they have and what we've been seeing in the replay.
that definitely looks very close.
That was very, very close, and the umpire looks like giving the batter the benefit of doubt, but that is extremely close. But certainly we have the advantage of this replay, which the umpires have not. I think, Sindhu, I'll also make a mention, the umpiring has been top-notch
Good Haas.
this tournament, both
Definitely.
on the field and off the field.
They've ensured that everything is played in the right spirit of the game. Kept the girls moving quickly between the overs.
But how's the over it?
65 in 7. Was a good comeback by Tia after an expensive first over. Taranum coming back to again put a bit of the break, but Mahek and Disha seem to be in control.
You okay?
Almost played that on there.
Yeah.
Titans have done really well here to keep that run rate up and still being in the game.
Big setup. There's a bit of protection there, and we'll only find a single. Mahek Desai, incredible talent to watch. Tarannum bowling to Disha. Disha tries to pick it up, but finds a fielder. It's been a good over by Tarannum so far.
Rajiv, it's also been interesting to see when the batting team has been using that power play. Different strategies from different teams so far. I think the first couple of games, they found it more easier to just wait until the 16th over or the 17th over to take it when it was the end time. But over the past couple of games now, we've seen them taking when they thought that they were ready for it.
Right ball.
When do you think is the right time to take, Rajiv?
You know, I think if you're, I don't think you should take it too early in the innings. I think you need to have two set batters, and that's when you should take it. I think in the earlier game this morning, I think your team did really well. You the game was neck to neck, and that power play where the two went after the bowler made the impact, right, and that changed the direction of that game, which was pretty close. Not so close anymore if you look at the scorecard, but at that time, at the 15th, 16th over, it looked pretty close. Great boundary there by Mehak. Picks it up really well. Finds the gap, even though there's protection. Finds the gap, and the ball is dispatched to the boundary.
Yeah, just coming back to that batting power play. I think Ritu was really smart in understanding when was the right time, and we had rightly told her that it was going to be her call, you know, when she felt like she was ready to take it on, and after she had faced about 10 balls, she decided she was ready. Another boundary here on the leg side.
Great shot there by Mehak. Picks it up well. Again, had protection there, but picked the gap really well, and sends the ball to the boundary, towards the Miami end from the Orlando. That's the Orlando, and that's the Miami. That's the way I'm describing it. Individual scores: Disha 33 off 22 and Mehak 28 off 21. So both seem to be in control. They've gotten water, but possibly also a message from Coach Earl Daly on the strategy for the next 12 overs.
They need 101 of 72. Seems like a lot, but with the way the run rate that they've kept it going, they've really taken this nicely here with wickets in hand. They've just lost one wicket.
Tia comes in to bowl her third over. Disha picks up a single.
A lot of batting still left there, Rajiv. So if I am Patriots, I would be worried about this situation right now.
My desire for a close ending might just come true. So we'll see.
They really need
Looks
to
like
break this.
Ranjit Singh is giving some advice to Coach Cheetah. Full toss. That's been punished for a 6 by Mehak Desai. Very well picked up by Mehak. Does not hesitate. I think one thing I found here, Sindhu, has been it's rare for a bad ball not to get punished, right? I mean, it doesn't matter if the batter is one of our senior players, a young prospect like Mehak, or even, you know, that's fairly new to this setup. Any bad ball that's been bowled has been punished. So
yeah, like I've been saying, I think this is different generation of players here. Growing up in an era where we play a lot more T20 cricket than one-dayers or test cricket, so this has definitely helped change the mindset of the batters coming in first ball and trying to make as many runs as possible.
Come T, come T!
Growing up in my era, we started playing ODI cricket. We only were introduced to T20 much later into the career, so we had to adapt to playing T20 cricket and reinvent our game almost towards when we were almost 10 or 12 years into the sport. But this generation here starts off playing T20 cricket, so
well, and probably only plays T20 most of the times. Yeah.
correct. Yeah.
Sindhu, I know it's going to be hard for you to answer your favorite USA cricketer, but how about your favorite non-USA cricketer of all time? Female, preferably.
Of all time, that's a difficult question, but I think of late.
Current generation and all time.
Yeah.
I'll make it easier for you.
Yeah. I think I've actually answered this question a few times, and I think it's Beth Mooney for me. I think Beth Mooney from Australia. Amazing. I think as long as she's on at the crease, she can win any
She
game.
can turn any game. Yeah.
She can turn any game. What I love is that people do not take notice of her, and she's already about 30 balls, 30 runs, and because all the attention is towards the other batter who she's playing with, and she keeps it very simple, continues to accumulate runs, and eventually go into those gear 3 and gear 4 to change the game single-handedly. I think she's been great over the years, for the past few years for Australia, and now taking over the gloves after Alyssa Healy's retirement, and still got at least 4 to 5 years left in her.
Good pick up and throw there by Yash at the boundary. Reliable hands.
Who's your favorite women player?
Not to sound like a brown nose, but Sindhu Sriharsa.
I feel like that I'm getting that answer right because I'm sitting right next to him.
That was a call.
That was a close call there.
Shout for a LBW appeal, but denied by the umpire. That's the end of that over. And Titans seem to be in a comfortable spot.
Yeah, switch. Yeah, I know.
Message coming in from the coach from outside. As is expected, they have a good score, big score to defend. The score is 88 for 1 in 9. Mehak 36 from 24, Disha 35 of 25. 89 now needed in 66 balls, so the asking rate just a little over 8 runs and over.
They have been going at almost 9 runs per over, so they're ahead of the run rate right now, and that is how they would like to keep it going for the next few overs here.
Sainavi coming in to bowl. Leg spinner, was part of the recent women's team to Nepal. Leg spinner, also an aggressive batter. Fortunately has not gotten big scores, but I suspect she might do it in the next game.
We'll be happy for her going. She's one of them who's also going to be traveling with the USA team to Rwanda here, so definitely we'll be happy to see her get some scores here and feel confident going in, and rightly so. We're here to support all the girls.
Yeah, she'll get some miss hit, but that might just travel, and that's been saved by Pooja Ganesh at the boundary. But the umpires might just check that, but yeah, it looks fine, so it's a double. Good job there by Pooja Ganesh. Very, very agile on the field. Loves to cover, loves to be in the action.
Pooja Shah, being a keeper, is also a very excellent fielder.
Stumping appeal there, but denied by umpire. Risha stretches her leg back in. We might just wait for the replay to see how close that was. Once we get it.
Pooja Ganesh hasn't got to keep for the USA team very often, so she definitely spends a lot of time on the field, and that shows here. Looks very safe in there.
Single there. Good over so far by Sainavi. 5 runs off of it so far, so that's not bad. Let's look at that replay. And Disha very clearly sliding back in.
It's a great slide. Almost a split there. That's a good dot ball.
Mehak was hoping for a wide there, but denied by the umpire. So really, really good over there for the Patriots and for Sainavi coming in for the 10th over. Another dot ball. So 93 in 10 for 1 wicket.
That was just 5 runs and over. That was great bowling by Sainavi there. As long as bowlers, if you can keep it less than 8 runs, you're doing yourself a favor.
So the Patriots were 87 for 2 at the end of 10, and the Titans are just a tad bit ahead, 93, but more importantly with only at the loss of 1 wicket. And these two batters look extremely comfortable after that quick break. And now I welcome the man, the myth, the legend, John Aaron, all the way from New York, ladies and gentlemen.
Don't
in the
believe a
commentary
word of
box.
that. I want to thank Sindhu for sitting in for the last several overs. And we're back here at the beautiful Orlando Cricket Ground, where the Titans
Slight misfield there.
are up against the Patriots.
Disha steals a double. And moves up to 40. Mehak 37 from 27. This has been a very crucial partnership. Sindhu heading back to her team to get them ready for the next game. The bowler in now is Halima, in a new prospect.
Yes, Halima certainly is one of the brightest stars on the horizon. Playing at the under 19 level currently, with a lot of potential as a right arm off spinner. And she is showing her a deuce after first ball and followed by 2 dot balls.
3 dot balls.
3
yeah,
dot
very
balls. So
impressive,
she's
yeah.
certainly earning her keep here at the moment as she looks to complete her over with another 2 deliveries. And records another dot ball, and that's what you want from a bowler. The bowler can keep it below 3 or below. That's an economical bowling performance by any bowler in a short form or long form of the game. She takes a short run up, a bit of a trot, and that one penetrates on the offside, and they'll get the double because a slight misfield out there by Ashadika Teki, I believe, and so they score a double. I see the umpire gesturing to Teki, maybe just to confirm that it wasn't a 4, but it was in fact 2. So 4 off the over there from Halima. And Disha Dingra is signaling for water from her dugout. But the temperature here has certainly been very, very cool. So I've been sitting in a hot seat from Sindhu Sriharsha, and now I'm being joined by Ranjit Singh, so the temperature may get a little bit warmer.
It's my distinct pleasure to be sitting here with John Aaron and doing the commentary and not sitting next to Ramesh Shimadi for a change.
Ramesh Shimadi's reputation precedes him.
The game is running in balance. I think at the end of 11 overs, 97 runs. Disha and Mac had a strong partnership.
As we take a break here in a moment while the players have a water break, I want to remind you that we have some fantastic sponsors for this tournament, and God knows we needed them because it's a premier tournament and we wanted to go first class with a 6 or 7 camera broadcast crew from SC Tech and Productions, and we certainly spared no pains in giving these girls a first class tournament here over the past 2 days. Our principal sponsor, our gold sponsor, is MCC Trading, uh, MC Non-Ferrous Trading, LLC, a company out of New York, and they've been very generous in helping us get this inaugural tournament off of the ground. We've also had silver sponsorship from the Grizzlies and from advisory group called Tiger Advisory Group. We had a number of other sponsors. Some of them have sponsored banners at the ground, and we've got about 27 to 30 banners, I believe, as I last counted. There were just under 30 banners around the ground, and each of those banners, companies or entities made a financial contribution to this tournament, and so it shows the appetite for cricket, but particularly women's cricket, and so people are willing to come out and help. Could we use more sponsorship? Absolutely. More so because the AWCSG wants to not only put on tournaments to give the girls a platform to perform on, but also to help develop the holistic cricketer with seminars and training sessions that would help them prepare for the game mentally, not only physically. As we know, cricket is a four-dimensional game. You've got batting, bowling, fielding, and then you've got mental aptitude to the game. And so that's the fourth dimension, and we're hoping that we can help these girls grow in that fourth dimension, because it's very, very important. You don't just go in, see ball, hit ball, or you miss, I hit, or try to catch the ball when it's from the air, but you also have to have the mental aptitude to adapt in situational awareness and game awareness. And so the American Women's Cricket Support Group is exactly what it is, a support group. We are looking to help support these girls in the development, and over the past 2 days, Ranjit, I'm sure you would agree with me, we've seen some exciting new talent, and I'll let you speak more to that, since you yourself run a very successful tournaments, I might add, tournament plural, and so you might have seen some of these prospective future players. Any comments?
Yes, a lot of outstanding players in display. In this game, Titans team were rushing away with 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 aggressive scoring, but last couple of overs,
Let's resume
Sainevi
play. Right arm over the wicket.
bowled the 2 overs before, and then Halima Vikar, he bowled after that. They both gave 5 and 4 runs respectively, and that has put a break on the scoring a little bit. They're scoring more than 10 runs an over at that point. Now they gave 9 runs in the 2 overs, so that's a couple of more overs like that, and the game will return back to balance. Right now, of course, the Titans teams are looking favorites, but that can change very quickly. A single of the first ball, Disha on strike, nicely struck. There's a fielder there, but they could not stop it, and that's a boundary in the mid-on area. Firmly struck. It's 5 runs of the first 2 balls. The fielder had a late start on that one, and by the time she decided to move, and now this time Disha goes square leg, shorter delivery, and that's a brilliant 50 by Disha Dhingra. She has come good in an important game when the team needed the most. She has stepped up with a brilliant 50.
Yes, certainly it will help to boost her confidence there, Ranjit. She's been a bit of a lull, including a recent tour to Nepal, and this is good to see her getting among the runs and rebuilding her confidence. She will miss out on the USA team tour for the Champions Trophy in Rwanda, but certainly this will help boost her confidence.
Yes, Sainevi, who's going on the Rwanda tour. This is first time her bowling in the tournament. She's a good first over had a couple of bad deliveries, but last delivery was a good comeback delivery, and this one too once again. Uh, she's bowled slightly fuller than the last two, and I think that's what she needs to do. There's no coverage on the square leg side, so you don't want to bowl short. That's excellent comeback after two back-to-back boundaries. She came back with 4 dots, and good end to the over. 9 runs of the over. The required run rate is still in reach, very much in reach. 8.88.
And the Titans are currently at 8.83. So the game is evenly poised at the moment.
Mehak Desai is 38 of 28 balls. Disha is 50 of 39 balls. Both batters looking solid, very solid. And if they don't break this partnership, this game could be over in no time.
It's amazing, Ranjit, that the Patriots scored the highest score in this tournament so far, and the Titans are challenging it right now. And this is the tail end of the tournament, and where players are now getting among the runs. I think this is the third 50 we've seen. Fourth 50
Yes.
we've seen. So the wicket is probably playing better. I thought it would be a spinner's wicket by today's, having played so many games over the last 2 days. But the batters seem to be getting the better out of this pitch.
Yeah, and Mehak is looking set to score 50 in this inning too. She's on 38 with 8 more overs to go. This should be easy opportunity for her to get off the 50 mark. 71 runs needed to win. Halima she's a young bowler, but she has bowled really well.
Yes.
She has bowled in the right areas, and both the batters who were confidently batting until the 9th over have suddenly started to struggle.
Yes. She certainly has become one of my favorites watching her bowl. And if this is not commentator's curse, for the batter that is, as she gets the wicket.
Ramesh should be looking at me every time I talk about a batter scoring a lot of runs. The batter gets out.
Commentator's curse, and that we'll see the back of Mehak on 38 as Halima gets her via the caught route there. Halima seems set, Ranjit, on getting to 50 as well. But as she makes a slow walk back to the dugout, the heat might have gotten the best of her, because she was certainly set.
John, I think it was the pressure of the dots.
The pressure,
the number of dots that they have built up in last 10 balls. After those two boundaries, there were 3 dots, then 3 dots this over. I think the pressure of dots sometimes make you do crazy things, and this was one of those things. She could have just played a ground shot, or went to the other end. She went for a big one and sacrificed her wicket.
Batters find themselves in a bit of a slump, and they want to get out of it, a rut. Having faced 2-3 dot balls, they say, look, I need to get out of this, and they go swinging big. And that one is played on the squarely offside here. Halima still in control, and Sasha, who just went in there, number 29.
Sasha scored a 50 in the last game.
Yes, she certainly did, and was a very good 50. She's flashing again outside the off. Somebody, it's a wide call from the umpire.
Again, somebody jinxed the over. It was the wicket maiden, and now a run came in that over, and that was not me.
So this is a fantastic over from Halima here. She's only got 1 wide so far, but she's also got 1 wicket and 4 dot balls. 5, make that 5 dot balls to end the over with the wicket, with just the 1 wide to her discredit.
And this is exactly what Patriots needed. At this point, the way Titans were sailing away until 9th over, they needed somebody to put the break. And Sainavi and Halima in last 4 overs have done just that. They have put the break on the scoring.
Yeah.
Sanavi has been taken off from bowling, which I think is a bad idea because she ended the over with 3 dots, and I would have continued with her just the pressure that she has built and the wicket that she has picked.
I couldn't agree with you more. I think once you've got the bowler that's on a hot streak, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And taking her off is not fixing it. But let's see. Who knows?
Your bowler,
Yes, the
left
coach
arm over the
may
wicket.
know a lot more than we know, or he might be seeing something quite differently. Coach Chetan Nilax. And so there's a change in bowler.
Disha is the important wicket now. I think she's a set batter. She's on 50.
One bowler with
They
batsman
can, if
ready.
she gets going, this could be a difficult time for the Patriots.
Randy, true to your observation, they have managed to pull it back because the run rate now climbed to 10 and over. And Halima certainly pulled that back when they were just even. Now they need 70 off of the next 42 balls, off the next 42 deliveries. They're now at 107 for 2, having lost the wicket of Heck a few deliveries ago. Dania came in to bowl, and after that, they are running and they managed to scamper back for 2. And so the score moves up to 107 for 2. Disha moves up to 52 off of 41 balls.
There was a good delivery, I think. Yeah, it just was played in the gaps, and they were able to run a double. Very firmly struck, but straight to the fielder. There should be just 1 run. With that, new batter is on the strike. Shasha is very strong square of the wicket, and to her advantage, there's nobody in the square area on the offside.
Yeah. It's amazing how a couple of deliveries can change the complexion of a game. Just when we were saying that the required run rate, the asking rate, and the current run rate were tied in the 8s. Now the run rate is climbing, and this dissecting the 2 players there. Sasha has come back out and immediately goes back into where she was, which is hitting the long ball, and she records a 4 there.
That was pitched right in the slot.
Right where she wants it, right in the wheelhouse, so to speak. And she dispatched it with haste.
Good timing, perfect shot, lot of power. The 2 fielders straight of the wicket, and none of them
She looks to
could
sweep,
get
but
to it.
will only get a single,
Spin right out fast,
as the keeper has to scamper back to retrieve that ball, and they managed to get a single there. Well, it's a leg by signal by umpire. It's a leg by. She tried to sweep it around, but the ball came off of her pads and went around the wicket for a leg by, pushing the score to 115, sorry, for 2. We're in the 14th over, about to complete the 14th over. And so now they're climbing back up there with, I think, 13 coming off of this over with that last boundary. So the game has been seesawing here from time to time. At one time it's in favor of the Patriots, the next time it's in favor of the Titans. So this looks as though it's heading for a very close finish, Ranjit. Any predictions at this point in time?
Again, I feel Sainevi should have been kept on. She was bowling good. Now the game is again in balance. A couple of overs on either side could take the game away. So two good overs from this point. It could be the Patriots on top. 2 good overs with more runs for Titans. Titans could be on top. So anything can happen. The game is closely in balance. 11 runs of the last over. Halima had a 1 run over. We need a couple more overs from her like that, and that would be good news for the Titans.
You're absolutely
She's
right.
not having any pace on the ball. And that is
No.
what is difficult to play.
I think it's very deceptive for a player like Sasha who likes the ball coming on. She tried to snuff the one there on the offside. But Halima here is in the delivery again, and this time they'll get the single as Sasha is off the mark, and she and Disha cross, recording a single there. Yeah, I agree with you 150%, Ranjit. Maybe they should have stuck with Halima and the other bowler who was certainly having put a check, so to speak, on
Sanavi Comparabilly.
Sanavi, yes.
She's going to the tour, the Guyana in the team. She's in the team as a leg spin bowler. She has the experience. She has put the numbers. That was well struck again. Should be only be a single.
Yep. No.
They, for a moment, they considered two. But Sasha quickly stopped.
Good, Hallie. Bowling good,
Dishan says nope. Dishan is now on 58 off of 45. So she is set. Oh, Sasha is bold.
It's not Sasha.
It's,
yeah, Sasha, you're right. Yes, Sasha.
Yeah, she
So
is
yes.
clean bold.
Sasha had an excellent start of the inning. She was playing. She played last over in a very confident manner. She looked good to keep going, but this ball.
That was a good delivery there.
Yeah, good delivery. Yeah. I feel it rushed, a bit rushed on her, and she picks up an important wicket. Sasha was in a great form, and the Titans team needed her there more than any other time. So
yes,
this is good.
Sasha,
for the Patriots team, the spinner from North Carolina, Halima Vikar, another excellent over. She had 1 run over before this, and this she has given 2 runs and picked up an wicket. That's outstanding.
She's
work.
among the wicket takers now, having picked up her 2nd wicket in as many overs, I think. And so she is getting a chance here to showcase her talent as a right-arm off spinner. And I don't know if the selectors or the scouts are watching, but my bet is on this young lady to make the US team in a not too distant future. She bowls with confidence.
Good, Hallie, winnable.
Aishi Garlapati is the next batter. She is the wicket keeper for the team. Comes to bat at difficult time. The record run rate has jumped to 11 runs and over now.
Yes.
And I think couple more overs like this do the trick for the Patriots.
Yeah. Titans they came out hot. They had a good partnership between Disha and the other batter. And now that seems to be dissipating.
Yeah, but as long as Disha is still on the crease, I would put my money on the Titans team. She could turn the game away. She's a set batter. She's experienced batter, and she might just pick one of the bowlers to take on and bring that equation down.
I think Sanavi is coming back on.
Yes.
Halima had a beautiful over there with 3 runs coming off with a wicket and 2 dot balls. So she continues to be doing exceptionally well. She's now 3 overs, 8 runs, 2 wickets. And Sanavi is now coming back. Both Ranjit and I agreed that they should have kept her on. Sanavi is now back into the attack.
Halima was the difference in this innings, I think, so far.
Yep.
Her coming back out of nowhere and pulling those 3 tight overs and
getting
picking
2 wickets.
2 wickets.
For 8 runs.
Oh, that
wow.
ball could have gone anywhere.
I don't think the batter knew where it was.
Yes.
She came down the track, threw her bat at it, and I think hope for the best. But they went backward of her, quickly retrieved, but they managed to eke out a single out if. And so now, are they in they choose the 2 over power play? So they're choosing the power play, the 16th and 17th over. Let's see if what the Patriots have to say about this, or what the Titans, sorry, have to say about this. As Sine V comes in to bowl the first of the 2 power play overs. She comes down. Yes, it carries through to 4. That was Disha Dinger coming down to meet my Sine V, almost halfway down the track, 1/3 of the way down the track, and dispatching it back there for 4.
And that was to me a poor choice of field placement. Sainavi is a spin bowler, and Disha would attack her on the leg side. So to me, having that deep fielder on the leg side was important.
Yep. And that's exactly what she did. She
Yeah.
saw that gap. So Ganesh was reminding me today that they had interviewed Brian Lara some time back, and they asked Brian Lara when he goes out to the field, what does he see? And he says, I see gaps. He doesn't see the fielders. And so Disha dispatched that between the 2 fielders with such ease, as if they weren't there, they weren't standing.
Right ball.
And so that's a good thing to keep in mind as any batter goes out there to bat, is not to look for the fielders, because eventually you end up picking them out and putting the ball right in their laps. So he says he doesn't see fielders, he sees gaps. So his focus is on the gap between the fielders. That's a wide, bringing the tally up there to 131.
That was a very close call. The
Yep.
ball was on the line.
Yep. Well, the umpire's got a better lens from where he is than us. That one hits the pad and bounce right back. But it might have got some bat on it there. Disha's climbed up to 64 off of 48, and she certainly needs that score. Oh, this one is in the air, but in no person's land is the new thing, I understand. You can't say no man's land. This could be a run out. Nope. Disha wasn't getting back that quickly. The ball took an hour to get there to the keeper, and eventually umpire says she is safe.
Yeah, this could have been end of the shot. The throw has been a little bit stronger.
Yep.
She chose the right end. She knew Disha didn't take the start, but I think the throw was a bit slower.
A bit errant
yes.
here. Yeah.
And then Disha was able to make it in the crease. That's good for the Titans team.
Yep. Oh, that's a shot, but it beats the fielder there and goes through for 4.
That's another boundary struck by Disha and this over. So they have
Yep.
scored 15 runs in the over. That's a strong over
Wow.
for the Titans team. They have made the
15
best
runs
use
off
of the
the
batting power play.
Yes,
This is the best batting power play overs that I have seen.
they've called
In-
it. They
in-
called it, and they called it right.
Right.
I think I'm sinking. Ah, here we go. Wow. The last 4 overs, they scored 40 runs. That's an average of 10. Target is still 177. They're at 137. They need 40 from the
This is
last
the
4
last
overs.
batting power play over.
Yep. 40 from 24 balls. Is it doable? Is it doable?
Come, Hallie, come, Hallie.
Can they do it? That's the question they must be asking themselves out there in the middle right now. And they're looking to do every effort to get that, except there's coverage there on the boundary, and they managed to cross for a single.
Aisha is doing the right thing. She took a single, gave strike back to Disha Dhingra, who's in hot form right now.
Yep.
And
So look for Disha to want to clear the boundary, because they're giving up the singles, which makes sense, and trying to deny them the long ball. That one comes in full right,
Bowling,
Gats
Hallie, bowling,
pushes
Hallie.
Dingra back onto her
Going
stumps
so good, Holly. Keep it up. Keep
and
it up.
resulting in a dot ball. And now Disha finds the gap again. They
Get it in, get
put
it in.
this coverage. They'll try for two. The ball goes to the goes to the keeper's end, but they scamper home for a deuce. And they move up to exactly 140 for the loss of 3 wickets. This is over number 17 being bowled. Oh, wow. And there goes Disha Dingra for 72 off of 52 balls.
That was an
And guess who the bowler is? Young Halima.
Yes, I mean this has been her day.
Yep.
To me, she's
She's
clearly
got
the
3
player
wickets.
of the match for me.
Yeah, exactly.
For the-
3
for the
wickets
bowling
off
that-
of almost 4 overs.
Yes, and she came to bowl at a difficult time when
Yep.
the runs were
When the 2 batters
flowing,
were
yes.
set.
She broke the partnership. She
Yep.
picked important wickets.
And I think it was Pooja Ganesh who the ball found. Giti Kadale, the skipper, comes to the wicket with the score there now on 140 for 4. And they're looking to get to 177 for the W.
Finish strong, girl.
Both these teams have struggled throughout this 2-day tournament, Ranjit. So this here is for bragging rights, I believe, more than anything else. Because I think that's all that's left on the table by the Freedom Flyers. Is I think it was an excellent draft
So good.
of the coaches and the players.
You should appreciate the other teams also.
Absolutely.
The Titans
I-
teams have made. This was a nice,
I think
nice shot put away.
The
Pooja
PK.
Ganesh is on the
Pooja
bottom.
Ganesh
Should
is,
be just one
is the
run.
coverage. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Ranji, they're teaming up in me here. As I see the Freedom Flyers captain CRP walking back with a bag of ice, so she must have iced the opposition.
Holly, yeah.
Having won all of their matches so far, they still got 1 game left this afternoon.
So only 5 runs in the over and a wicket of Disha Dhingra.
Yep.
I think
And
this
Halima
is-
has completed her 4 overs for 13 runs with 3 wickets. Easily the best of the crop of bowlers that they have put out there today. This game is all but not but over because the run rate has climbed to 11.67, whereas the current run rate is just over 8. So this game has seesawed. It went from almost a level run rate of 8.8, asking and current, to now the run rate of over 11 per over. And this is over number 18 coming up here. Ranjit, so Sainivi is back.
no.
No,
It's
Sainivi?
Varshita Zambula.
Oh,
They've taken her off again.
oh, they took her off again. 1 over on, 1 over off. That's interesting. Wonder what's the strategy behind it. Take it away, Ranjit.
I would have stayed with the spinner, just because the pacers are easier to bat on this pitch. Batters love the ball coming onto the bat, but at this point I feel Patriots have an edge because 2 new batters are at the crease.
Yep.
They need about 12 runs and over, I believe, which is not an easy thing to do when you are new at the crease.
And are not quite settled. Even though Gitika can
Patriots
hit
can
the
cut
long
down
ball,
the boundaries.
now they've got to take risks
Yes.
running for the second run as Gitika moves up to 3 off of 2 deliveries.
There was excellent running. Gitika wanted the strike.
Oh, Gitika
That
reaches
was
there.
excellent delivery. Gitika stepped out to get
Oh,
under the ball and she kept the length shorter.
yep. And the ball was, Gitika was nowhere near the ball there, resulting in a dot ball. So Varshita comes on. This is her third over, and she's got 18 runs and 1 wicket so far in the bag. Oh, Gitika looks for a scoop shot. The ball falls. Oh, wow, and that was a near run out.
All the drama
All
happening.
the drama happening in one delivery here. Gitika swings for a scoop shot, misses it. I believe the ball drops just in front to the right of the keeper. She runs around to get the ball. Gitika takes off. The other bat, the bat, she's coming down, and the keeper couldn't find the stumps. Lots of drama, lots of action happening here, all within that one delivery. As Vashti comes in again to bowl, she's in, and Gitika. I'm
Excellent
sorry.
strike.
That's a good strike, but only get one as there's coverage on the long on boundary there.
Aishi is hitting the ball so well. She has been stepping out, striking from the middle of the bat. Good timing. Everything was perfect about that shot, except that it went straight to the fielder and
Yep.
only got a one. Should have
Yep.
been a four.
For Gitika Kadali, who unfortunately didn't make the cut for the ICC Champions Trophy there in Rwanda, is here, and she's looking. Oh, that's a skied shot backward there, and will it get to the boundary? Oh, it's good stop within about 8 inches of the boundary, and they're trying to get to the third run, and third run comfortably.
That was
Gitika's,
Pooja Ganesh. An excellent effort on the boundary.
yes, she has been patrolling the boundary here like a patrol car, scouring for those deliveries that comes anywhere near the boundary line. Well, she's pretty fit. She's young. She's got fresh legs there, and very athletic. And so she did a great job of denying them the boundary there just now.
A good over. 3, 4. About 8 runs in this over. They needed 12. So run rate has jumped further up. 2 more overs to go. And they need 27 runs to win. So that makes about 13.5 runs an over.
That's
Come
becoming a taller and taller ask, Ranjit.
Yes. At this point, I feel it's a Patriots game to lose. If they stick to basics, bowl in the right areas, they should be able to get through. Singles should not bother them at all. If they can cut down the boundaries. From this point on, I would say the Titans need at least 2 boundaries every over.
Yes.
At least 2, if not more.
And Gitika Kadali is capable of hitting the long ball, but
Yes.
it has to be in her wheelhouse. Anything outside the off stump or on the leg side, she may find trouble trying to clear the boundary. Aisha gets a single off of that delivery. Oh, wow, and the ball is thrown back into the keeper, but I think the ball hit the keeper. Should get somebody out there. Anyway, she's back up on her feet. I think she got hit in the forehead. We have a player running out there with some water and another player from the opposing team with a bag of ice. I hope she's okay, but it looks as though the ball has hit her forehead. Obviously, they'll have to do a concussion test on her to make sure she's okay. The coach, Chetan Nalak, is heading out there on the trot, followed by the manager, Mitali Das. And these players are playing this game so fearlessly that the possibility of being injured. I see Suresh Balabahini signaling to somebody there for towel or something.
They're looking for ice, I think.
Someone took a bag of ice out there. I think they're looking for something to put the ice in. But she's up on her feet. She's got a towel to her forehead. She's obviously coming off. It wasn't the keeper, it was Tia Chowdhury, right?
Yeah, it was the bowler.
Yeah, the bowler, yeah. Ball was thrown back in, and I think it just popped up and hit her in the forehead. Well, she's holding the towel to her head, so there may be the possibility of blood. But let's hope it's not too bad. She's walking on her own steam. She's being chaperoned off there by Suresh Vallabhihini and followed closely by a very concerned mother, Vitaly Das. We'll try to get an update on her condition as soon as possible.
Oh, I can't hear you. What am I supposed to do? Bye.
I think, is that Suresh's wife, who is a doctor, who is getting her to a car? So I don't know if they're going to take a closer look or get to, oh no, they're just sitting her down to take a closer look at it. We'll try to get you an update on her condition as soon as possible.
Media training? This is reverse psychology.
Yes, that was very unfortunate.
Decided, is it open? It's cut. Right, so she did suffer an open wound on the side of her forehead, and that explains why the towel was the
Oh, sorry.
towel was to her head.
Sorry. I think it's 3.
Kartiki is the bowler?
Come AB!
No,
Was it 3?
oh, well, umpires are trying to sort out there if she was the bowler and she's coming off. The
There's replacement bowler who come and finish the over.
Let's go,
Yes.
AB!
I will try to see who the replacement bowler is in a second. Is it number 7?
Looks like it's Aditi Praveen Kumar.
Yes, Aditi Premakumar. She comes through to finish the over, but she gets a wide there.
Come
We
AB,
just
come
wish
AB, let's go, girl, let's
Tia
go!
Chowdhury the best. It is an open cut on the side of her forehead, but hopefully it's not too bad. We don't. It would require sutures, but I think she's in the capable hand of a doctor on the sidelines. And this one
That
here,
was a
that was a gift there to
This is
Giti
good.
Kohli, who swings it over
Come AB, pick it up, girl.
Akul square leg and resulting in 4. So it's 153 for 4. We're in over number 19. The target is 177. They need 24 from 10 deliveries.
Come AB, come AB!
It's a deuce. First was a single, second was 2. Third, 2. Then I think it was a second, a deuce, a wide, 4, and now a single here.
Bro, I had no idea where that went.
We've lost track of scores a little bit.
Well
The scorer is updating the scorecard. It's a single, a 3, a wide,
A wide,
a boundary, and a single. Another poor delivery. She gets away with it. Yes, she gets away with it. The batsman makes no contact, and that's a
oh,
single.
that was a single. The last one, he was a single.
She got some bat on it, I guess.
Yeah.
7 balls, 17 runs, 18 runs. 7 balls. Can you tell that? I don't. 16. Not a big cut.
11 off the
Come
over.
AB!
16 of 7. Blood also stopped.
Blood has stopped. Okay, the updated medical report is that it's a small cut, not as big as we might have first thought. And the bleeding is, they managed to stop the bleeding, so we'll have to wait for that to coagulate. And maybe put a couple of strips over it to keep the wound closed. So she's young, it's not too serious. There's a no ball, Ranjit.
More drama. So with 7 balls to go,
Come
the
AB,
bowler
it's all
has
good, it's all good, it's
thrown
all
a
good.
high full toss. no ball with a free hit.
Hmm.
And free hit goes to Gitika Kodali. If she can put this ball for a 6, that would put an
Change.
interesting proposition for the last over.
Yes. 'Cause then they'll just need 9 off of the last over.
Keep things, when at a point when just keep things simple.
Kadali is set, the bowler is set, and we are waiting.
Yes.
Ranjit, take it away. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Just one.
She got away with just a single.
Just a
There
single.
was a
Oh,
misfield.
man.
The ball could have gone anywhere after the misfield, but it
Kadali was aiming for the skies here over the comms boot, and that didn't happen. And so they'll go into the final over, requiring 14 runs off of 6 balls, I believe. There's 163. Yeah. 14 runs required off of the 20th over. Interesting, Ranjit, how this game has seesawed and then come down to this now.
It was a dramatic over. They gave 13 runs. Final over to be bowled by
Final.
Varshita Zambula. I think that's a good
Yes.
choice.
Final over, right
She had a
arm
good last
over the
over.
wicket.
Yes.
She's looking confident.
Allie, can you go third? Very straight.
14 off of 6 deliveries.
Not going there. Just checking the path. He wants to close the facility and go. If you are going, he thinks, I said, no, I'm not going. Then he confused. I was trying to say red call.
Final over. Varshita Zambula. Would she win this game for the team? They take a single. Gitika is off strike.
Mhm.
And I think this is the over when Gitika has to keep most of the strike, because we need at least 2 boundaries.
2 boundaries to really
Maybe I
put
would
them
say-
back
I
in
would say even
contention.
3 boundaries, or 2 sixes, and a couple of dots and a
Dots.
single.
Let's
So-
see
Yeah, let's see.
if they can deliver that. Oh, that
Edge.
they may get a freebie there. They may get a freebie there. That's 4.
That
Wow,
edge has
that
taken
edge.
in the
10.
belly area and
No,
raised
10 off of 4 balls.
to 9.
9 off of 4 balls. Yep, he could had a single and a somebody's whispering super over.
The boundary has brought the equation to 9 runs of 4 balls. just
9 runs off
completely
4
in
balls.
reach now.
Oh my God, it's within reach. Oh, that one is in the air.
Again.
Will it be taken? No,
Once
drop.
again. Oh,
And they look
free.
1. And they're looking to steal 2. Oh, this is a run out. Oh, come on, guys. At this stage of the game,
So-
you're throwing it away.
This should have been a straightforward catch. Should have been a wicket.
But it should also
got
been
a
2
single.
runs. Oh, you stay with a
Yes.
single.
Should stay with a single. Gitika should have kept the strike. The run was not required. Now what happens is that the new batter will take a strike.
But now they're giving Gitika out because they didn't cross, right? They
But
didn't.
they did cross.
Yeah, so Gitika is the one. They did cross. So Gitika is the one that's coming out. Oh, really? How could it be?
Let's watch here.
We're waiting to get word from the umpire that maybe she didn't have the ball in her hand. She didn't have the ball in her hand when she hit the stumps.
She did. It's clean out.
Yeah.
So we don't know what happened, what umpire
But
saw.
on the replay,
our-
it looks as though the umpire is motioning in there now to the keeper to suggest that.
Then Keith, can you go third, fourth?
What has leg got to do with it?
No. Yeah. So the umpire probably is saying that the legs
Oh,
hit the stumps, but
oh my goodness.
this is clear.
Whose leg hit the stump? Oh, the keeper's leg might hit the stump.
It doesn't matter. Look at the view.
Her left leg, from where the umpire is standing, is partially blocking our view on the monitor here. Let's see it again from this angle. The ball is Fielder misfields, throws it in to the keeper's end. Oh, well, that was
Well, there was some more drama in the
more
final
drama again
overs.
here now.
So 5 runs required.
5 runs from 2 balls, Ranjit?
Yes, 5 runs required of 2 balls. Anything can happen. Uh,
Gitik is off strike and she would be the big hitter. Oh, this one will come, will it bite her? Nope, one single. Why is she running? Oh boy, more drama here. They
it's a
move to
very simple equation.
173.
1 ball, 4 runs.
One
to
ball,
win.
4 runs to get. It doesn't get any more exciting than this, Mr.
Yes.
Singh. 1 ball, 4 runs. Who would have, as we say, who would have thunk it that it would have come down to this?
Had that out been given, it would have been 5 runs.
Would have been
A
5
different
runs.
equation.
That would have changed the equation if they were given out. Here comes the final delivery. And Gitika looks to a scoop shot over the head. They run one. They're going to run two, but I don't think Anna ran out. Gitika's run out, and that, I believe, is the end of the game.
John, I have question about the choice of the shot. With 4 runs to win 1 ball, would you scoop
But
it?
there was nobody back there.
Yes, but it was risky because it's not a natural shot. To me, I would have gone somewhere in the weak. One for a
But,
6.
but I'm telling you, if the ball is not in
Yes.
Gitika's wheelhouse,
Yeah.
she may
So
have some
interesting
trouble
they-
hitting it. So
yes.
that was the interesting selection of shot that she thought, so no one is behind me.
Halima Vikar, right? So excellent win by the Patriots. They win the game by 2 runs.
By 2
They
runs.
got it as close as they could.
Yes.
And
But they did pose a formidable target,
yes,
which was a big ask
yes.
of the Patriots. But
What a service at Orlando.
it's a deserving win, though.
Yes, well-deserved win.
All the dramas happening here, ladies and gentlemen, in one game. There's so much drama.
Patriots have come back a long way.
Yes,
from
they've come
yesterday
back
to today.
along from being at the
Yes.
bottom of the. Hi there, how are you?
Yesterday they lost the first game by 70 some runs.
70
They
runs.
lost second game in 10
Yep.
overs and coming back and putting up 176 runs and winning this game is an excellent
It's
work.
excellent comeback, excellent work.
That is-
Wow. Who would have thought it? Yep. Congratulations.
What a win. Thanks everyone who tuned in and
Okay.
yeah, and we'll be back soon for the last game of the day and final match
The wrap
of
up.
this tournament is going to be between the Freedom Flyers and the Patriots. The Patriots who are coming off from hot win are going to be facing against Freedom Flyers who have been undefeated in the tournament so far.
Yeah, they'll make for an interesting to see how not only how do the Freedom Flyers come out, whether they come out batting as champions we have won already, and how much the Patriots come out to play, to be a spoiler or what. So this should be an interesting lineup. Haven't been beaten by the Freedom Flyers. They would want to make a statement. Well, let's see how it goes, Ranjit. But so far, Ranjit, we are here at the penultimate game of the tournament, the end of the penultimate game. What are your thoughts so far on the tournament? I know we are both on the organizing committee, so I'm trying to get you to step out of the circle and give you unbiased opinion.
I think the operations team has done an outstanding job. You know, the hosting team have done a good job of getting the grounds ready on time. Umpires have been very professional. Everything has actually ran really well, and I'm pretty satisfied the way the tournament has processed, and we're able to finish all the games in 2 days. Something which was a 3-day tournament. A last minute change to do in 2 days. Still everything running very smoothly. All the players, everything falling in place. So this is an amazing work. The streaming has been the best quality we have seen for the women's cricket in the longest time. I don't think that any women's event in last several years that I've seen, including ICC event, I would say, had a coverage like this one. So I'm absolutely thrilled at how this tournament has gone so far.
And I agree with you. At the risk of sounding as though we're blowing our own horns, I think this has indeed been an excellent premier. It has lived up to the expectations, and I know a lot of eyes and ears have been on this tournament to see whether we will succeed or fail. And I venture to say that it has been a successful tournament so far. We have provided a platform for the national players leaving tomorrow afternoon for Uganda and then Rwanda in Africa. I think has given them an excellent opportunity to enhance their potential performance at that upcoming series. So hats off to the organizers, including yourself, Ranjit, who over the last 3.5 months have put together this tournament of this standard. And I must say the response from the volunteers, from the scorers, from the umpires have been overwhelmingly satisfactory. I think this is a very good effort. It augurs well for not only the AWCSG going forward, but I think it augurs well for women's cricket because I think what we have essentially done or trying to do here is to create a platform for these players. And I don't want to say girls because, you know, they're grown young women. A platform where they can feel comfortable going and showcasing their talents and knowing that it would add and in so many ways potentially enhance their skill sets and their performance statistics. We've seen so far 5 matches, and I think we are well over 1,200 runs. I don't know the exact stats, but I'm sure it's over 1,200 runs scored on the same strip. Um, I didn't see much deterioration in the strip. They were getting some spin, some turn in this the second day of this 2-day tournament. It essentially became a 2-day tournament because of in deference to the national players leaving for Africa tomorrow. So we didn't want them playing the day before such a long trip to Africa. And so we pushed the tournament into 2 days. We are looking to get the last match here, the 6th match in 2 days, off before the players leave tomorrow. But we will still have, from the draft of 36 players and 11 leaving tomorrow to do national duties, Ranjit, we will have 25 players left. We will split those 25 players into 2 teams to have a final match. Any thoughts on how we go about that and how balanced those teams are likely to be?
I think that's an excellent plan to have a game for the players who planned their trip and the event ending in 2 days. I think it's simplest way, appoint the 2 coaches, appoint the 2 captains, and let them pick the team one by one. A very simple open draft kind of thing.
Yep. The draft for the 2 teams, we've had 1 or 2 setbacks because 1 or 2 of the players have opted out because this tournament was in place. This tournament had drafted players from 46 invited players from tiers 1 through tier 4, I believe.
Yeah.
And then we eventually ended up assigning 36 players to 3 teams. And from those 36 players, I think we had 3 or 4 who withdrew for personal reasons or other commitments that they might have had. And so we were able to replenish those teams replace those teams with players. But clearly the top 36 players were already drafted. So what was left, I don't want to call them rejects. They were not selected in that first draft. So you went to a second draft to get the replacement players who would not necessarily be in tier 1 players, because I think all the tier 1 and possibly tier 2 players were already drafted by the 3 teams. So, but it still showed that we had enough depth of players in the United States to field 3 competitive teams. Your thoughts on the balance of the teams? I know we've had this conversation, and your thought in some ways the teams that might be a bit unbalanced because of the replacement players and the top, and out of those players who opted out after the USA team was announced, they clearly maybe thought I would sit out this tournament in preparation for the tour to Uganda and Rwanda. And so for those reasons, they might have opted out. Um, how do you see the tournament moving in that direction after those players opted out?
I would take this conversation in the next game, which is about to start in about 5 minutes.
Terrific.
We'll take a short break, And then, I'll answer this question right when the next game starts.
Well, I may not be here, but if I'm not here, I want to wish all our readers a good day, and we hope you enjoy the coverage that we have done so far. Ranjit, it's a pleasure sitting next to you.
Thank you, John.
And I will encourage the next person sitting in this chair to ask you the same question.
Yes.